Yes, they should be able to hear us. That was more immediate than normal because I have this set to me streaming normally.
Hey.
Uh,
Audio levels for everyone?
oh,
The times we forget to ask are the times that it's not working.
No, I
so,
fixed the audio
hey.
levels. It just will be. I know that some of you were a little quiet because I turned you down last time we were playing
Cool.
because there was like background noise and I didn't like hearing it.
oh yeah.
Cool. Well,
I think I figured out what that might have been. Roll20.
I think Roll20 was on in the background.
Has its own mic system, so everybody just
make sure you're disabled on it.
Sure that you mute your Roll20 at some point. Disable your voice. Disable your like your ability to hear other people on Roll20 because it will echo. For some reason, it plays out loud.
I don't even know how to get to those settings.
Well,
it's
usually right when I open Roll20, it asks for access to my microphone, and I always deny it.
Yeah, I denied currently.
Yeah, you can do it in the audio and video options. It's others can hear or see, and you can say none. I can hear or see, and then you say none as well.
Cool. Right. We will definitely make sure everybody is like that. Others can hear. So wait, what I just set it to none, you said?
Just hit it. Yeah, set it to none for both. That way it's not taking your voice, it's not taking your video, and then you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like its own Discord if you play entirely on Roll20.
Well, glad we got that straightened out because audio is honestly what plagues us the most.
Yeah, it was a bit rough when I was watching your guys' session 0 last time, so I was like,
I kept having to turn things down because I was just getting so many echoes, and I ended up just making
I was trying to
quiet.
let y'all know, but the chat seemed to be non-existent.
Well, I didn't have it up because of other reasons.
Yeah.
I was trying to do too many things.
Yeah, it's okay.
But we are here now, hopefully with better audio quality now that we caught that. Welcome everyone to Nat Disaster. If you're returning, if you're coming new, if you're even there, who knows? But I am Brian Greavy. I am the DM, the Disaster Master here. And we are like a week shy of 5 years since we have been doing Nat Disaster, everyone, which is fucking wild. Except you, Andrew. You came in a year late. You're on 4.
Counts. He counts.
He does. He's honorary for 4 years.
Yes, you count.
And finally, after 4 years, we can introduce your original first character, which going into it, why don't we just start with the full-on spellcaster that we got going on here. Andrew, introduce you and your character.
What up, guys? I'm Andrew. I am playing Oliver Evangrove, the portal wizard with daddy issues.
I want a shirt that says that.
You can put anything on a shirt, Callum.
Yeah, you can really put anything on a shirt. But yeah,
actually, I think
I'm playing. What?
A lot of our characters have issues. Besides Nock's character, is someone who has normal parents.
Yeah,
Nock does.
They're very nice.
I'm playing Oliver Evangrove. He's a portal wizard using a wizard subclass that was created by our disaster master. So I'm excited to try. I'm excited to actually play it. I've had this character rolled up for 4 years, guys. I rolled this character up 4 years ago.
Next session that we promised never came, bud, but it's finally here.
It's here. It's here.
It just took the full length of going through high school again.
Yeah.
To get
Fuck up, Brian. That's disgusting.
I was ready to hang up the call and be like, nope, session's dead.
It took me less time to get a bachelor's degree.
That is true. But hey, we're finally here. We can finally play test displacement magic and Oliver Evangrove and see how being a squishy wizard is on that disaster, because you are the first person tackling that challenge.
I have like up until very recently in a different campaign that I'm playing, I have only played martial classes. So this will be fun. This will be fun.
We'll see.
It'll at least be informative.
You'll either die very quickly or you will last to be a god.
Yep.
I've got healing. It's fine. Not much.
Another
but I've
party
got
with
it.
no healer.
Speaking
I'm
of,
a half healer, and so is Bracket.
speaking of gods, we have the what some might call the MC of the evil thing going on in this world, the main character in Time's version of solving
Okay.
this big huge
I was like,
problem.
Brian, where are you going
The
with this
hero.
transition? This is terrible.
The hero of Time. We've our tech paladin over here finally returning to his paladin.
Hi, I'm Conlon, and I play Bracket.
Speaking of God, it's me, your boy, Bracket.
I'm like, I don't feel that way today.
Bracket does have a god complex. He's
main
you're not there
character
yet.
complex. He has an issue with his god because he does not have a terms and conditions. He did not read the terms and conditions, or if he did, he does not remember them.
I
don't know what I
cool because
agreed
Alien's
to
gonna totally play into that.
Clicked yes without reading it.
Yeah, except. Oh wait, I
If
probably should have
Alien's
read
gonna
that.
be like, I mean, that's exactly what I did, and I remember doing it. I mean,
Yeah. Alien's gonna immediately see Bracket like acting confident and be like, that's why Xylia picked you. All right. What up, boss?
Same god who dis.
The same guy it is.
but that's a good transition over to the majestic beard himself on Nat Disaster. Kind of returning for a little bit and then swapping back over to his character that's carrying over from the Heist campaign. Callum, introduce yourself and your characters.
Callum Wellen, and I'm playing Naresh, the Pilmer, for the first time in 4 years, shortly, to kind of give a little bit of closure and at least, tie some loose ends. And then I'm going to be playing Alien, who's the new party's paladin squishy, or meat shield rather than squishy protector.
I'm so excited to see the chaotic energy that Eileen is going to bring to the Misfit Warriors.
Much less chaotic than the heist, hopefully, if all goes to plan.
Brian, you almost came in perfectly because I have to intro. Vicky's going to intro, and then if you timed it a minute later, you would have came in perfectly like you normally do.
Well,
we can do Brian next. It's okay. I can go last.
Brian popping out
I
of
don't even
nowhere.
remember anything.
It's okay. Go ahead. You're on the spot.
Mains, introduce yourself. Who's your character? Do you even know?
Yeah. So I'm Mains. I played Jinrash in the original campaign. Psycho Dog. And I forgot everything else.
And you're returning.
Try and kill shit.
You're returning as Jinrash here, the drunken barbarian whose wife died.
I'm drinking right now.
Getting ready.
You're saying them a Bloody Mary? Jinrash, did you get that?
No.
You don't just have them? You don't just have them?
And last but definitely not least, we have returning to the party's note taker role. We have Vicky.
Hi, I'm Vicky. I am returning to play Nock. They are a halfling ranger with a giant owl companion, and I'm very excited to step back into their shoes. Their little tiny shoes.
Their shoes are bigger than Nock's.
I just spent 4 years playing a 6'5" Catman, and I'm returning to a 3'4" halfling.
Sorry, I thought you meant Vane's shoes smaller than Nock's shoes, and I was like, that doesn't make mathematical sense.
No. I don't play Vane. Our lovely DM plays Vane.
Oh.
Yes.
And Vicky, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nock, they have all positive stats, right? 10 or higher.
Yeah. Yes. 10 or higher. It's very funny because when I was watching back the last half bit of the last episode that we played, I was complaining about Nock's terrible terrible investigation check, which is a +1. Little did I know I was gonna go play his character with a -3 for half the game.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
it created so many fun moments.
Yeah, it really
But-
gets you into perspective when you see how different it is to have a minus in a stat rather than just
I
a
know,
+1.
Naresh has a 16 as his lowest stat.
Oh my god.
Brian,
No
And
wonder
he's
he was
I
doing
think,
always
this
was on a
rolling so
character.
call
well.
with me when I rolled them.
He was the first
No, I
person I
believe
rolled
you.
stats with, and I did my normal way for you guys. And even his
Yeah.
dump one, the 7th one, it was like a 13. So he dumped
God.
that one. I was like, you just did the best rolls I think I've ever
Yeah.
seen for somebody.
Yeah, I think I dumped an 8 if I'm remembering correctly. It was something like that.
Mhm. But this is the crew we got today. There is one other member who will not be making it today because adult life sucks and we all have jobs. But Aaron
Jobs,
will
what's
be returning at times in the future as Bosco, the new raccoon humanoid plasmoid creature that's going to be chaotically hopping in and out of things and discovering new things about that. But that will be for a later date. Today, we are returning back to the Misfit Warriors and picking up exactly where it was before. I don't know if anybody has any updates beforehand. I just want to say one big life update that we do here. I am engaged now. I have proposed to Sam, so got that whole thing going on. That's my big life update, which she just came in
Yay!
to dinner. Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Sam.
Hi. Everybody said hi. But yeah, does anybody else
Talk
have
about perfect
anything
timing.
that they want to update or anything before we hop in?
yeah, my baby turned 1 last
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
Actually, this Tuesday.
Happy birthday. Happy
Mhm.
birthday.
God,
Yeah, holy
Seeing
shit.
everything-
Flies.
seeing everything from 5 years ago when we started to this now is just fucking wild. But yeah,
No, it's
We all
very
got-
wild.
Yeah, my
Brian.
hair has completely grown back since I cut it, and that was so long ago.
mhm. But hey, I don't have anything else to say, and I know we started a little bit late today, so you guys want to go into tonight's disaster?
Yes.
Yes.
What night isn't a disaster?
Every single
Amen.
night of our lives. Oh, just wait until I tell you guys about the airport getting back from Scotland. Oh my fucking
That's
god.
a separate story, Brian.
But
Yeah.
that is a separate story. Tonight, let's let the disaster unfold as we hop back into with the Misfit Warriors. So to start off, this may be a lot, but I think after 4 years, whoa. I echoed for a second really loud. After 4 years, definitely just need to do a little recap. And I'd love to just start off with I lied at the end of the last Misfit Warrior session. I said Vicky would not be here for the next session. Well, now the timeline has completely fallen apart. Nothing makes sense anymore. What is actually canon here? Nobody knows. But
World
we got
actually
the
did.
but while the Humblewood group were stopping a necromancer and exploring the haunted house they got the deed for, while the Lucky Sink were forming, battling sorcerers and animated pies, releasing a relentless storm and vengeful dragon upon the city, over in the quiet village of Ladris, a group of adventurers, our Misfit Warriors, returned successful from their quest to return the Jar of Preservation to Warrior's Rest. However, they returned with a new quest. Secure a meeting with the Queen of Xysta City and act as the liaison between the Blessed Feet tribe and the city that is the capital of the empire. The chieftain of the Blessed Feet, Greyleer Ursatz, sent one of our heroes, Nock, out as their ambassador on the sole mission to let Queen Kitteris know that the attacks are getting so intense he's willing to renegotiate the Treaty of Chicanery. the long-standing agreement to allow the Blessed Feet tribe to exist peacefully within the Xysta kingdom while staying separate from the reach of the crown. Upon returning and securing a meeting with the newly forming council in Ladris, Nock presented their task and asked for assistance in completing their task. The council considered it, but let the group know that Ladris has been dealing with its own situations. Since the preservation celebration attacks Xytalia's promise, the statue that seals away a portal to the Blackened Tear has been held together through divine intervention. However, some shadowy creatures have been leaking out of the crack at night and causing havoc in the town, and escaping somewhere in the surrounding woods. The council was willing to help Nock acquire a meeting, however, they need their assistance to try and stop these obscure creatures, as well as find out where they're running off to. Accepting the mission, the Misfit Warriors spent their day separate, Kyron going off on her own thinking about her mother and Naresh's weird past together, the contamination that has cursed her body to be acidic but promises to help her find her mother. Bracken and Jinrash go off to cut down trees outside of town, replanting seeds in their place to help supply wood to extend the village stables for all the soldiers that are now in Ladris. And Nock and Naresh track down the young Aasimar boy they had befriended in town, Yurem, at the request of Non-Vocal. Following the trackjack that Nock had slipped into Yurem's pocket, they found a crack in the rock wall to the south of Muri Sanctuary. Crawling in sound, they found Yurem and 5 other children: Hope, Brika, Ilgin, Ela, Manic. That's the last one, the tiefling boy. They were there hotboxing a cavern and playing a game of districts and dictators. They called themselves the Council of Cracks.
Get lit, bitches!
And their main goal is to try and solve the legend of the Cracks that stated, when darkness ends, an Aasimar will light the way. The key discovered hidden between the cracks will free the future and save time. Nock stayed and watched the kids play, becoming one of their small group in a way, while Naresh left to check in at Maka's Mysteries, putting a healer's longbow on layaway for Nock. The Misfits then met up with Arik, the young aspiring bard turned Ladrisian soldier, to support his family up north in Lamshalia. They set up around Xytalia's promise, placing their alarm torches strategically around the structure and positioning themselves to make sure they can see them wherever they come out of and see where they go. While waiting, Bracket tried to contact and pray to Xylia for guidance, which resulted in loud booming sounds traveling through Ladris and heading south. Once the Obscure appeared, Kyron was able to hear them speak in a dialect of Primordial she hadn't heard, saying, "Get to the breach, infect chaos into the plains, we'll hold them in the dark." And a battle ensued, some obscure being struck down, our heroes taking heavy blows. Though it took a few times, Nock and Bracket casting it, Hunter's Mark was successfully placed on one of the Obscure, and a chase began in the woods to find out where they were going. The path of the Obscure brought our Misfits to an area in the woods where a squadron of guards were dealing with a tree elemental, stalking the woods looking for a chaos fragment around the cabin. While staying on the tail of the Obscure, the group assisted the guards in surviving the creature, who would awaken any tree he tree-strode through. The cabin belonged to Tio, the guardian of Yurem and Ilgin, and Bracket hurried them out the back of the building as the tree elemental located the chaos fragment on their roof. Kyron, with the help of Vayne, got the chaos fragment before the tree elemental raced back through the woods towards Xytalia's promise, and the group split up into 2 groups, Kyron, Vayne, and Naresh directing the tree elemental back to town and back to Xytalia's promise, where Nock had called in reinforcements through her little tiny pouch to Muri, and Bracket, Jinrash, and Nock raced after the Obscure, as well as chasing after Arik, Tio, Yurem, and Ilgin, who ran off into the night in a similar direction that the Obscure went to. Barely surviving the battle with the tree elemental, Kyron, Vayne, and Naresh explained what was going on to the council before flying after their friends, who did stop to rest once they noticed the Hunter's Mark and the Obscure stopped moving. They found the 4 missing NPCs and took a short rest. Arik took the kids back to town, while Tio agreed to accompany the group to the Plain Springs, which seems to be where the Obscure ended up stopping at. They were hovering over a large tree stump on a small island in the middle of a pool of water, and as soon as they spotted the party, Kyron heard one speak, "Too late," in Primordial, and they jumped into the tree stump. As the party began to approach the island, ethereal and icy wolves appeared out of the pool and attacked, and a tough battle ensued, one where Brackett went down twice and Naresh was misted into his coffin. Nonetheless, the Misfits were victorious and examined the area, Nock finding a heated blanket and an icy stone in the water, and they investigated around the tree stump, which appeared to contain a swirling mass within the center that had some sort of protective barrier charm on it because it repelled Nock away when they tried to enter, almost knocking Nock unconscious. As they walked to Ladris, Naresh returned to consciousness and tried to come out of his coffin while the group was still with Tio. However, Chiron touched him and her acidic curse damaged him, turning him back into mist, sending him back to his coffin. Returning to the Hundreds Branch Tavern, Tio went to sleep with his boys, Arik returned to his barracks, and the Misfits used Murray's pendant to get a third room for free. Nock and Chiron passed out while the boys crashed in another, but Naresh couldn't rest. He wanted to go back to the Plain Spring and investigate, since he was in his coffin the whole time, but with some wise words from Jinrash and the unwavering dedication of Vane to protect those Nock loves, Vane came in, wrestled Naresh to the ground, and forced him to stay here while everybody rested and get well, because Vane had a fucking night. Throughout the night, Chiron and Naresh did share a dream from Chiron's mother, giving both of them clues as to the location of Naresh's soul, as his soul is one of the keys to freeing her. She said the soul of the one who resisted fate, and the child who became linked with fate itself. Brackett also had a dream waking up in the clockwork forest with a paved road leading him forward, having the gold stone embedded in his left hand and the emerald in his right, his shirt bloodied and leather armor split down the center, and a mouse, similar one to the one he currently has now, approached, letting him know his name was Sword and his mouse's name should be Shield. You should not go by your normal name here. And then he noticed a large metal object, a truck, riding by on the road and a stranger in the car. Somebody who he might have been tied to that loud sound that he had heard when he prayed to Xylia. He woke up in the tavern, and the rest of the party did as well. They made their way over to Town Hall, met with a newly formed Council of Kitty's Writhing Angels, that which Non was named the head of. You received the seal of Commander Broderick to help gain counsel with the Queen when arriving in Xysta, and you also allow the Council to study the sniper rifle that you guys had found, getting gold in exchange for it, while also the promise of future compensation as the Tiefling member of the Council, Change, discovers the inner workings of it. Muri and the Misfits also revealed the presence of Chaos Fragments to the rest of the Council, and Broderick gave authorization on his seal for the Misfit Warriors to use magic to defend themselves only on the way and inside of Xysta City for this task. Muri tasked you all with taking Nari in the case for the Jar of Preservation to a researcher in Xysta City, Cairo, and his Kenku page turner. Mu rewards the case, so anyone but Chiron, Nock, Brackett, Jinrash, and Naresh, anybody but those 5 only see water, not Nari, as long as she stays within the jar. Nock asked if she needed to eat anything. Muri just said she needs clean water daily, and Nari will indicate she is looking for her mother at home, saying home and pointing at the Chaos Fragment. Chiron asked Nari if she could have Nari's favorite toy, which was a green stone that Fate's Favor was asking her to acquire. And Nari will give it to her, saying, "Hold stone." The group then went to the hot springs for a well-deserved rest, utilizing the time to talk about Nock's mission, killing the Vipilmers, how Brackett may be Yurem grown up, and why Bolt won't tell Brackett anything about his past. During these discussions, Chiron ran into Jeremiah Cladora again, and after an exchange of flirting and checking out each other's
Jeremiah
naked
Clitoris, how
bodies
you at?
God damn it.
Oh, it's okay, Brian.
I have to live through with the name. I have to continue it. I'm gonna suffer through that for the rest of this game.
Yeah.
I had to
Don't
say it,
find
man.
out.
That's my
It's okay.
opportunity.
It's okay.
Jeremiah Cladora had an exchange of flirting and checking out each other's naked bodies in the spa. He put out an offer for companionship for the night, and Chiron left the group to go pursue. Jinarash, Bracket, Nock, Vane, and Naresh head to Zytalia's promise to compare the stones on her necklace to the ones embedded in Bracket's hands, not being able to make anything concrete between the two, just because they can't make out too many details on the statue. But they also decided to investigate the wreckage of Teo's home, where they find a hidden locked box under the floorboards, a broken child toy of a cart, and a box of Mike's Hard Lemonade Party Pack, which helps Bracket discover he knows how to read English now somehow. Naresh identifies the frozen stone Nock found the night prior and discovers it can freeze water in a 15-foot direction if making direct contact with the water. And the group immediately used it to create a cooler to keep the Mike's Party Pack cold for them. I love you guys. The group
We are
brought the
professionals.
locked box.
We are professionals.
100%. The group brought the locked box and the broken toy to Yurem and Ilgen. And Yurem opened the box, revealing the same stones that Bracket has in the back of his hands inside the box. Overwhelmed by this, Bracket leaves the room, and the group shortly follows behind. While in their room, Bracket confirms with Bolt that his name is indeed Yurem Breckle. While discovering this revelation, Guard answered the group's call again as Nock and Jinarash had letters for him to deliver. Nock wrote a letter to Deltir in their tribe, giving 15 gold pieces to purchase 3 more bleeder arrows through the mail. Jinarash wrote a letter to his sister to tell her he has many stories to tell her, as well as he's acquired a job for them in Ladris, so asking to send family down to extend the stables and accommodate the influx of horses in the town. Guard, upon being asked, informs the group he has seen a girl on a weird horse-shaped thing with black smoke coming out of the end heading towards Xysta City, as well as he is currently delivering a letter or he had just recently delivered a letter over to someone who had the similar appearance to what Nock described as Oliver Evangrove. So, being put two together, Nock wrote a letter to Oliver, trying to introduce herself and wanting to meet. Doing that, Nock insights Guard in the process on his knowledge on gods, and Nock got the impression that he may not be a god, but is possibly in close relations to one. Maybe, not sure. That's just what the insight was kind of gleaming towards. Nock, now knowing Bracket is Yurem, ethically can tell him the legend of the cracks, not to break her blood pact with Yurem.
Legal now.
And Bracket believes the legend about him. Oh yeah, everything's morally good.
Yes.
The group thinks that it might be a good idea to investigate the crack at some point. And to end off the night, the group decides to try all 4 flavors of the Mike's Hard Party Pack to see their favorites, and Nock decides to save a strawberry flavor for Kyron in the morning. Vane eventually flies in the window to curl up with Nock on the floor. Naresh goes out to hunt with the promise of not going to the spring by himself and being back in the morning. Jinarash gets in bed, sleeping without reading his book that he's trying to learn different sword techniques with. But Bracket goes downstairs to the tavern floor, where it's still somewhat busy with Nialchikar guards drinking and playing games of strength, which Bracket decides to distract himself with, losing a little bit in the beginning, but making some coin by the end of the night. He closes out the tavern with the owner, Sarah Ray, late into the night, approximately like 1:30 in the morning. He helps her picking up dishes, silverware, and mugs, and speaks a little bit to her about, her stuff, missing her husband, who's off in the Nialchikar down in Xysta City, before deciding to head to sleep himself. And that is where ended session 27.
This is more of a disaster
4
cast
years
cloning
ago.
question.
What's the question?
Do you think that Bracket could have hit that? Told you it was a disaster cast question, not a.
We'll discuss that in a later disaster cast. You don't know. I mean, hopefully Sarah Ray's faithful, but you never
Bracket's
know.
handsome.
Gotta roll
Yeah,
play
you
that
did
stuff.
hear about her husband who's out of town.
Well, Bracket didn't pursue A because Bracket's
Stationed
bad
in
at flirting,
Xysta.
and B because he's like, I'm not fucking up a family. I apparently live here.
I'm upstairs right now and downstairs at the same time.
So maybe I shouldn't home wreck in the place I'm from.
Probably not.
No.
Guys, sorry, Andrew, you'll be introduced shortly soon. But guys who are
Yeah.
part of Misfits as of right now,
Yeah.
that is where you ended off. So, to pick up where we left off, Bracket. You don't have any odd dreams, strange enough.
Thank God.
However, in the drift between your dreams and reality, before waking up, you do seem to hear a voice. And it says, Yurem, wake up, Yurem. Darkness is coming. Wake up! And you end up just coming out of bed, much like you have in this bed several nights in the past, shooting up, and you're suddenly immediately alert.
I guess I look around the
Bracket.
room. I am talking.
We didn't get it.
Immediately just looking around, what you are able to see is Jinrash slowly seeming to stir in the bed across the room from you. You can see Nock on the ground, just her feet. She's kind of lost underneath Vane's wings as Vane does shift in her sleep as they were cuddled up on the floor in the corner. And Naresh is over in the corner, sitting crisscrossed on the floor and seemed to be a little bit lost in thought.
Thought I was hunting.
No, you came back.
You were hunting in the night, but you came back in the night. You promised that you'd be back in before the morning, so you hunted during the night and before the sun came up, because the sun is up. Bracket went to bed at 1 a.m., so it's probably like 7 or 8 a.m. Before the sun came up. You returned, and you've been holding out in the room.
Thank you.
Hi. 1 second.
I'm sorry.
To give you your food.
He's bringing her. She's bringing him food. It's
That's
allowed.
fair. But it's one of those things.
He's
where, like,
allowed to eat.
The DM walks away the second. It's like, and it's your time.
Yes.
Well, then I guess I'll do it a different order than I was originally going to say, and ignore the DM.
Sorry,
It's fun that way.
I didn't get dinner. Okay, I deserve to eat.
I
already
said
said
it
that
was
joke.
allowed. I was your
are the
defender.
empties on the floor, Bri?
Are what on the floor?
The empties.
Like the empty bottles of Mike's
Yes.
Hard?
Yes.
Yes, but I feel, not correct me, I feel like you wouldn't have just let them laying on the ground.
Oh
You'd
no, they
probably,
would be
like,
in a neat
No.
pile.
up
I
and put up
assume.
in the corner.
They're either very neatly organized or already in Nock's pack.
Make that decision now, because I need a bottle.
They are in Nock's pack.
Ah, well, sad.
Balls.
I will grab Jinrash's sack of mead, since he always has a water sack full of mead, and toss it onto his chest. Well, it's an easy way to wake him up, and he'll be like, I can't be upset.
Like actually splashing it or throwing the
No,
bottle
just
on
gently
there.
tossing it onto his chest,
Oh.
as if to have him catch it, even though he's asleep.
And Jinrash, it hits your chest and you're jolted awake. Naresh, this catches your attention and you realize Bracket and Jinrash are awake.
I will
Nox
then
still
begin
sleeping in the
loudly
corner.
putting my armor on, because I really don't give a shit.
And
I'm taking
that will be
a
loud
hard
enough to
swing.
stir you Nock as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Especially since I went to bed earlier than the rest of them, I feel like I'm actually like half awake underneath Vane's wing, just like refusing to wake up. And then I'm like, can you guys keep it down? Like,
Playing as I
okay.
put my chainmail on.
Okay,
Brian.
I get up.
Yes, Naresh.
Do you remember in your notes about how much the healing bow was that I needed to pay off?
Yes,
It was
I
like a
actually
lot.
I wrote that down. Yes, because I knew
Excessive.
you'd probably ask. So that healer's longbow, retail price is 1,200 gold pieces. Movie's pendant puts it down at 1080 for total. You put 200 gold pieces down towards it, and you put 180 gold pieces down for future advancements to get for free. So basically an upgrade warranty that you bought on the healer's longbow for Nock.
Neat. Okay.
Still got a long way to go to pay it all the way off, but you have 200 towards 1080.
Cool.
Cool. So Nock, you start stirring and waking up, and
get up.
Vane just...
It's fine. You can sleep in. What?
I
And you
as
guys
this
all wake in
happens,
the room
will
together.
put my pack back together,
Uh-huh.
which will probably be clanging because there's crap attached to it.
Oh my god. I go over, I give him like a hand and just do things a little quieter. It's very early. What is happening?
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Yeah.
He looks a little
Yeah,
just
it does.
dazed still, just like,
Okay. All right.
You notice that he looks like the events of last night are still like
oh yeah,
shadowing over his mind.
That's why I seem like I'm moving a little quick and not caring about quietness.
I'm going to finish my swig of my mead and then hand to Bracket and be like, you need this too.
I don't know if
I don't
that's a
drink
good
till
idea,
after-
actually. Give him a second. What is happening?
We
Yeah,
We
just
had a
woke up.
conversation about this.
Are we safe right now? Do we need to be like leaving? Should we all be getting ready?
We're as fine as we're gonna be.
Impending
company?
doom, yeah. Yes.
Doom's always
But not
impending.
right now.
Correct. We can go have breakfast. I'm just.
Well, come.
It's been
come.
It was a night, guys.
Let them
You want a
sleep.
group
Let's
hug?
get some air. I'm gonna like stand up and.
I will consent to a group hug if it'll help.
I'm
I
already
imagine Nock
standing.
is hugging,
I'm just gonna
like,
start
my
hugging Bracket
legs.
from like
It's just like,
awkwardly
is this
from
helping?
the
And I'm
side.
just kind of standing there, like one of those hugs where I'm like, I'm taking the hug, but just like standing there.
I know how to climb trees. I climb.
Bracket is halfway through putting his armor on, and then Nock just comes and
I don't
hugs and
care.
climbs him, and Naresh comes over and awkwardly hugs his side as well too.
I have like one arm stuck in the chainmail.
Just okay. I know that a lot happened last night, but
Are we gonna give me the "will be fine" spiel? Because, like, yeah, I know. That's not why I'm antsy. I'm just antsy.
that's not what I was gonna say. Actually, maybe you should listen to people. Huh?
Sorry. I apologize.
Okay. I was gonna say, we got your back. We're here. I know I'm not one to talking about my problems, but maybe you should talk about your problems.
I don't know if
I'm
I
gonna,
have
like,
I
problems
promise
right
I
now.
hugging
won't
just
set
Bracket.
your whole
am
town on fire
stressed.
like I did Nox.
Okay, you can get dressed first, but you can do it a little quieter, like 10% quieter.
Sorry.
Roll a stealth check.
If it's just because of his
Disadvantage 'cause
inability,
you got armor.
That's why I giggled.
if it's because of his inability to be quiet, that's a different thing. If it's because
wanna
of
see-
carelessness,
I want to see how quiet he actually is trying to do it when he's trying.
being a respectful
As a
roommate.
13.
Actually, not bad considering you're literally
That was my
putting on
first
armor.
official nat 20 roll on the dice Vicky got me. 'Cause I have
Yes,
not
yes.
actually used them because I was waiting till we
Yeah.
played.
And it was a positive stealth, so already you notice putting a little focus into it, you are able to keep it a little bit down, and that fact alone seems to get you like a sigh for a second. Okay.
Let's
Okay.
discuss what we're doing today, because we've got some things that we need to do.
I need to go get whoever
so
the heck
we're not
I
supposed to be
need
drunk?
from what his face is, because I remember none of those names anymore.
You're getting what from whom?
Were they the aide for who works for the town? Oh, I'm forgetting their name. Aren't
The
they,
one
like,
that's the mayor's daughter?
whoever is giving me the freaking thing for my shield. I know that I don't know it's a thing for the shield yet.
That's non-vocal.
Non-vocal.
Oh,
okay.
Non.
Yeah.
What is the thing for the shield?
I don't know it's a thing for a shield. I know I'm getting a gift from him. Because I think that's how the conversation was had back then.
I do want to talk to them because I really would like to get our alarm torches back if we can.
So we might want to find them after we eat something.
Sucks. Yeah, we can go eat breakfast first.
Because we are going to be leaving the town today.
I'm gonna go... Yes, I know. I'm gonna go check across the way to see if Kyron's come back.
Okay.
And you just said we're leaving the town today?
That is the goal, but we are going to have a busy morning. So it's going to be like a late morning.
Okay, so I'm
going to just after lunch, we're going to end up leaving probably. Or just before lunch.
Are we all still in the same room?
Yeah, right now.
I just walked across to check the other room.
The door's
I'm
probably
going to make
open.
like a look at Brackett and like kind of look off to the side and like nod my head like, let's go get that air.
You good, bud?
Just I'm like gonna like open my eyes really wide at you.
Okay.
Well, I need to leave for
leave
this
the room.
conversation.
There's a little bit of waggle.
I leave the room.
So Nock leaves first, and you walk down the hall, checking. I'm assuming on the room that you and Kyron had.
The other room, yeah.
Is it still literally dark out, or is it like sunrise?
Oh no,
it's 8 a.m.
It's about like 8 a.m. So the sun has been up for like an hour or so at this point.
Yeah.
So anytime you walk by a window, Naresh, you do feel like the subtle burn of the ring on your finger that's protecting you from the sunlight. But you are at disadvantage while you are in direct sunlight.
Ugh, hate that. At least I'm not taking direct
hence why
damage.
he's a flip of a coin.
Yeah, that's true.
But
okay, so like
Nock went down the hall first real quick, and you opened up your room. As far as you can just see, looking at a glance, Kyron's not in there. Doesn't look like anything's been too disturbed.
Disturbed.
I mean, you can investigate around more to see if
I'm gonna look around. I'm not exhausted for the first time in days. I'm gonna look around.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Nock is not. She loses all points of exhaustion. Straight rolls.
18.
Hell yeah, good first roll. 18. With that, after like a minute or so, you can tell like you came in here at one point last night, and her bed was completely made. There's a little crinkle in it, like somebody was sitting there for a second. Not perfectly straight, but the bed lining is not exactly as you remember.
Okay. I'm gonna do I have things for this. I'm gonna use primeval awareness for a minute. And then I can one uninterrupted minute.
So you spent a minute in that room focusing, and everything within a 5-mile radius of you that is humanoid or elemental, you are stupid broken ability.
So many things.
There is so much lighting up in Ladris right now. You do notate Nari over with Jinrash right now, who has the case that carries Nari. No other elementals within the 5-foot radius.
Nice. 5 miles.
The town does seem pretty well populated right now. Especially with the influx of soldiers. Very far off on the distance of the 5 miles, which seems to be almost normal at this point. You do notice a group of humanoids, which may just be some of the Gandits.
Okay.
They normally kind of come close to here, but it's a rarity when they do make any sort of attack. You often feel them.
They probably more likely come into town and be like, "Hey, can we buy some stuff? I'm sorry."
Can I tell how long ago somebody entered this room? How long ago someone sat there?
I don't think that ability gives you that, but
it's
by
not from
looking
that
at
one,
it,
it's while tracking, which is technically part of the traveling mechanic.
So that would be a survival check that you would make, and I'd say since it's kind of tracking, you're good at that. You can roll with advantage.
Cool.
especially with your best
I'm
friend.
assuming it's also a humanoid, which technically, if it's not a humanoid, I probably. Okay, that's not as good, but my survival is incredible. Yeah, that's a 19.
19, okay. I love how the incredible for a non-rogue party is like 18, 19. With you guys before, it was like
No, I
27.
said that's not. I actually said
Yeah,
that's
sleight
not
of hand.
incredible.
What's your
'cause
roll?
on the
Oh,
die,
no,
Oh,
30.
okay.
on the die it was a 12. I just have a +7 to survival. Because
Gotcha.
I'm a
Okay.
ranger.
With that roll,
Yeah.
you can tell. I'd say your best guess would be somebody was here within like the past like half hour or so, sitting on here.
And it doesn't. I mean, I know I can't tell if it's Kyron's or not, but
Does it look like Kyron's ass?
Does it look like Kyron's ass?
Know what? Nock has looked at Kyron's ass enough in a platonic
I would
way
say
that Nock would know what
any
Kyron's
roll-
ass looks like.
Without any other roll with what you got so
Yeah.
far, it was high enough to be like, yeah, it looks like her ass.
Okay. All right. So I calmed down a little bit then.
What a
I guess I'll go downstairs and see if she's around. I'll go looking for her because she has not been caught up.
Cool.
Back to
So
the room, I
while
guess.
Nock's doing that, and the rest you said you were starting to head out.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, as Nock like leaves hearing range, I'm just gonna whisper to Brackett like, I might need to stay here. I think there's stuff that can be done here, and to be honest, Xysta is like a no-fly zone for magic, and they'll know that I'm.
And you being the I whisper back, and you being the vampire man?
Yeah. I already had some like reservations, but like with everything that's going on, I think it might be worth me staying and at least offering something.
And at least if you need to run, it's easier to run into the woods here.
Right. And Arika's here, and Urem is here.
Do I know we're taking Urem later in the day?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I had to double check that. We've had conversations about it, so I don't remember if that was just a conversation we had or
Hey,
plot
Vicky,
points we
Andrew,
knew.
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't fucking know.
I
I said, do what you need.
No,
I
you don't know
looked
yet.
Naresh in the eyes and said, do what you need to do, but stay in contact, bud.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like, I'm still here. I just think Xysta, I might end up dead really fast. And I don't know that I can actually be helpful there.
I don't want
If
you
I
dead.
end up in jail, I don't want to be dead again either.
No, we gotta find the rest of your bits, you know?
Yeah. No, I'll be here. And tell me when you need help or if you need me to come there to help you. But like, I think I might be able to do more out of the city.
Sorry, I was shouting out upstairs. No, not what it was. My mom's watching a
It
hockey
looked like
game,
you
so
just
that's
like
what's happening.
you got like lost at the map. Like, what's that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
there.
But I think I heard my mom shout at the hockey game.
I love the map thing. You've got to.
It's really cool, to be honest.
Because I like it a lot. Yeah.
You can do the same thing with the video broadcast.
Yeah, I just don't have it saved.
Yeah, I'll
my
send you
computer
the file.
died.
Okay, continuing. As we continue this
Continue.
conversation, I am wrestling with my pack, still trying to get it together, since there is literally scimitars and daggers and hand axes and shovels tied to it.
We've gotta offload those, bud.
What if I need an extra scimitar? They're throwing weapons now.
We need to sell them. That's what you got them for.
Vicky, I sold like 70% of the crap I had.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was worse. When we visited the Grove, remember I created a scene?
Yeah. Okay, continue.
Brian, you're muted.
Not trying to
Continuing.
interrupt.
That was in the Blessed Feet tribe. But yes, continue.
Was that in the tribe or was that in the? I thought that was in Iris Grove.
I was at the. That was in the meeting with Chieftain Urzatz when he was walking. You walked in the room and all the swords fell down, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah, it was.
this is how we
Yeah,
got
it was. That was
introduced
my
to Nock's
house.
tribe."
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
true.
remember that. I still remember which one it was. But I'm better securing some of these things, and while doing this, I'm going through my pack a little bit. I see some of our pile of fox jerky. We have a pound of fox jerky.
A pound isn't that much.
I know, but like the fact that we just
A
jerky.
pound of jerky isn't that
That's a
much.
lot.
It depends
I
how
feel
well
like
you
that's a
dried it.
lot.
Your choice. Jinrash made it. I hand Jinrash a strip as I'm continuing my conversation with Naresh.
And Jinrash, are you doing anything as you're getting up for the morning?
I feared I'm still dressed.
Yeah, he just went to bed in his clothes.
I don't change.
You still
Rarely
have
ever.
that.
He did this.
You still wearing that necklace of the god that seems to be a little bit interested you on your chest. You feel that move as you sit up again.
I'm just a little confused, but okay.
God, fuck me.
So, you guys talk more, or do you guys head out?
I think at that point, I say, you do what you need to do, Naresh.
Yeah, no, and I'm obviously like gonna say
safe.
goodbye to everybody. I just wanted to let you guys know at least a little bit because I don't want everyone to be blindsided.
Okay, that's good. Jinrash, move faster. Even though it doesn't matter. Breakfast.
Yeah, more meat.
I imagine you're only set up still though, with like the sheet still over your feet. Yeah, more meat. It's fine.
And as you guys head out, kind of coincides when Nock heads out of the room down the hall, and you guys see each other heading back down towards the tavern floor.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
make sure before we leave, I gather all my stuff. And can I roll an
Yeah,
investigation
we're
to
not
see if
leaving.
there's other crap
we
that
can
isn't
go back
there?
up to get our stuff.
Oh, what? You're just investigating your room to see if there's anything new?
Yeah, anything that seems to be left or was in the previous occupants there, or whatever.
Roll a investigation check.
Oh, good. That wasn't that great.
Rogue mindset. Is there anything that shouldn't be here that I can take with me?
That is a 12.
Oh, that's a 12 instead of a 25. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so used to. Yeah, if it was rain, I would have been like, oh yeah, well that was a 16 still.
I know every person who's ever been in this room.
I see their DNA. No, with a
The
12,
dinner.
unfortunately, bracket. No, you don't see anything new or anything that wasn't yours, and you seem to have packed up pretty well.
Sounds good. I will head down the hall with Naresh, and I'm sure Jinresh is still getting together.
No, we keep everything. Everything I keep is pretty much
together.
Yes, I throw my bag on my shoulder and I walk out the room.
Okay. As you guys head further down the hall, leading to the stairs that gets down to the floor where there are tables and food served, you can hear the tavern does seem to be having a pretty busy morning, as you can hear lots of rowdy like chatter and talk coming from downstairs. And as it does peek into view, you can see there are a decent amount of soldiers in for this morning. Most of the time they go to the other one, but it seems like this is the hot spot right now. Sarah Ray can be heard shouting for her children, Scylla and Bizro above the uproar. The kids seem to be doing their best, moving quickly about, taking orders, delivering ready meals. You guys look around the room and it seems packed.
So what was the plan for what we wanted to do?
Anybody.
Breakfast. That's what we were going to attempt to do, but it seems breakfast is busy.
I'm gonna like pat Bracket on the shoulder plate and be like, all right, I'll catch up with you guys. I don't need to do this part, so I'll be outside.
Okay.
Anybody want to like give me their bag? Or anything?
Does anybody have a passive perception above a 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
Cool. So what about you, Jinrash?
I don't know. I don't have my
Yeah,
character sheet
I was
anymore.
about to say, do you even have your character sheet up,
No.
Brian?
Oh, I'll get Jinrash up. I didn't know that was on my list of
Probably at least
tasks.
13.
Hey, I know he's got a wisdom of a 13 because he's a cleric, so he should have at least a plus
Somehow.
I'm
1.
checking. Nah, he sees it. It's 14.
Oh,
Cool.
you send that to me.
I'm working on
So-
it. Don't worry.
Very
Okay.
shortly after scanning about the room, you guys do see there seems to be a table in the middle back left of the tavern, and you can see Kyron and Guard seeming to be sitting at a table together.
Oh, okay. I'll head over.
Is there spots?
Yeah, it seems like they're the only two at that table, so it's almost like they reserved it.
Is there fresh food still
Oh.
sitting out and stuff? Or fruit? Not food.
Like on the table?
Well, yeah, I was just in general, because I know the last time we were here, there's some fresh fruit around.
Well, fresh fruit was available to be ordered, and then they would bring it out to you. Looking at the table as you guys are walking over, you don't see anything on there currently, except one giant like pitcher of something.
Is that in front of guard?
It's just generally on the table, not
Okay.
in front of Kyron or Guard in general.
I'll go join them.
I shall
Hey,
sit next to guard.
guys.
For a minute,
Cool.
yeah.
It is honestly, Naresh, probably the most secluded table in the entirety of the Hunter's Branch. Like the positioning of it puts you in a good spot where like no soldiers are like
Can I?
near you, and you have a good view of
Can I?
everything.
Can I
Cool.
make an insight check? What are the vibes?
Oh, yeah, I want insight check too as I sit down.
Vibes where?
Absolutely.
Vibes with them.
At the table as
What
we
is
sit down. I want to see how they
happening?
just their general vibes. I
Roll.
agree.
I'm gonna
Roll
sit
an
on the
insight
side
check.
closest to the wall.
Ah, damn it! I rolled real low. 9.
14.
14. Nothing really seems off with the vibes, but it seems almost like kind of like a friendly chat, and you can see as you were approaching, she seems to have handed 2 more letters over to Guard.
Okay.
They seem to be just talking, having a morning. But as you guys get close, oh, hey. And Guard's like, good
Hi.
morning, everyone.
Morning, guard.
So guard sitting across from Kyron?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. Gotta make sure. So I'm sitting next to guard. I just want to visualize the scene in
I'm sitting on the side closest to the wall.
wherever that is.
Exactly.
Hello.
So, how's last night?
What?
Not to guard. This is directly to Kyron, like into the eyes, just sitting down.
It went as well as I was expecting.
Nock! Fucking let me shower now.
You know, it was so awkward the way that they did everything over there. Like, it seemed like people did that way too often with the soldiers, and it did not make me feel okay. But the night went well. And I didn't burn his flesh the whole time, so that was a
That's
plus.
Great. I am gonna touch her.
Well, that'd been funny though. That would have been a story to tell forever.
Third
Damn
degree
it.
acid on my penis.
Nothing immediately. How long are you holding it?
I just poke her.
Just keep on poking her.
Well,
Eventually,
a poke.
after oh, just one poke, nothing happens.
Yeah,
with
just like
a
a little poke.
Mhm.
Does it? I don't know.
He said it wasn't going to be permanent, so I don't know.
Okay.
That's not my game.
But
Okay.
guards. Okay, well, yeah, it was
Hi.
lovely to chat with you this morning. Lovely to see all you guys, but I gotta get going. You guys gave me those letters yesterday. Got a couple new ones from Kyron here now. So yeah.
Nice.
Is there anything else I can get delivered for you guys while I'm here?
I mean, who do I
Okay.
even want to talk
Did we
to
send
ever?
out a letter for being able to see the queen, or are we just gonna walk up into the city?
You have not sent out a letter.
I guess we should. What is like? I got like a title, didn't I? What's my title?
Ambassador.
Ambassador. We've been over this.
Ambassador Nock.
Yeah, we've already been over the fact that you don't like it. It's a whole conversation that was kind of had.
Makes me a little uncomfortable. Okay, yeah. Nock will write a letter. Guard, do you have any like fancy paper?
Not usually in stock, just the normal, parchment.
Can I look at it? Is it better than what I have?
Probably, yeah. A little bit better quality.
Can I?
Yeah, don't you have paper
borrow
from your home, which is like not mass
Yeah,
produced paper?
it's paper I made, which like it's nice, but
Yeah, I can give you a sheet of paper to write a letter on.
Yeah, this paper's actually like
you.
precision cut on a mill in Xysta.
Yeah, this is something that's actually well made. I will write a letter to the queen, I guess.
Queen, or say
Who
to
do I
Queen
write it
Kitteris,
to?
or whom it may concern, because it might end up with her advisor.
To whom it may concern. To whom it may concern.
Because it might end up with an advisor and not directly going to Queen Kitteris.
Yeah.
In reality,
Do we have like
this
a
letter's not getting to her soon.
Wait. Did Jeremiah give us like a contact to send something to instead?
No direct contact, just Broderick ended up giving you his seal, which he basically, going into the city, just speaking to some of the guard with the seal.
There was
you'll
somebody
be taken seriously.
I have somebody's name written down here. 1 second.
So I would, in the letter, do you want Bracken to be your advisor and your protector? Because I can bullshit. That's my whole life. I don't know who I am.
Where did I put this? Sorry, new notes,
know who
guys.
You were.
No,
Council of Kitty's Writhing Angels? Would that make more sense?
That's a separate thing, isn't it?
That is Broderick, Non-Muri, Change, and Jeremiah, and all those people who are in the council.
Understood. Okay, so then yes, I would write to the queen and say, or to whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
Oh, I don't know how to word this. I guess I should draft it first on my paper, and then I can write it for real.
Sure.
Yeah. I draft it first a couple of times. I definitely take a while. I write out probably a few.
Guard's like, I need to go.
Yeah, I know. I write.
Once again, I got Kyron. Speaking of, I got ale for the table, and there is food coming on the way. And at that moment, you can actually see Sela and Bizro coming over. They both have a couple different trays. A pitcher of orange juice is brought over as well, and there are plates that seem to have different types of meats, such as like assortment of eggs, bacon, sausage. You could also see mixed fruits like apple slices, orange peels, and some shade tree seeds.
She orders a full buffet.
Yeah, I definitely eat some while I'm writing this little draft. So I guess I just write.
Kind of just felt bad for piecing out on you guys last night to get dick.
Get some.
Getting
You're
dick
allowed.
is an important thing.
You're allowed.
Yeah.
You're a whole adult. You're allowed.
You're a whole adult.
Yeah.
You're a whole adult is good.
Yeah, she is. She's a whole ass adult. I'm gonna. Okay.
I mean, you guys all saw him in the spa, so.
That was probably some decent dick.
Anyway, moving on from his
Getting
dick.
dick. Will you?
And Sheila and Bizro bring out and put the plates on the table, and Kyron lets Guard know while you're waiting, you can have some as well, Guard.
I'm happy. Only me and Brian got to share that moment.
Did I, Vicky,
Just
draft
like the
this?
original stuff. Yes, you can draft it, Vicky, and whatever you want to say to me, much like we did Excuse me, back in the day, just text it to me. That way I have like
Okay, cool.
the note written
Yeah,
down.
do I have to do it now, or can it be I wasn't expecting
You
to
can do it
to the
from
queen.
now to the next session. I don't like
Okay,
Colin said,
beautiful.
the letter's not getting to her in a day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
guard
So yeah,
with
I
it,
will.
man.
We get the fun
But-
game of the letter's gonna go to probably General Broderick,
Right.
General Eldrick. He's gonna go, okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm who it may concern, blah, 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 blah. Great, we're gonna show up in 3 days. And then he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys wrote this letter? If you want it to get to the queen, you gotta deliver it.
Here's where you go.
She's down there.
So then I will.
Good luck.
I'm sure I probably have like wax, so I will make a cute little seal because I want it to look all official.
Ooh,
I will melt some wax.
Can we like
and I was
carve one out of a
thinking I
piece of
could-
wood?
I was just gonna melt some wax, and then I was thinking I could press an arrowhead into it, just so that it just kind of gives the little impression.
Can I put my
Okay.
It's, like,
hand,
nice
can I
and
undo
neat.
my gear necklace and have you put the arrowhead with the gear into it like that?
Ooh.
Or Kyron also speaks of too.
Ooh.
Also, I've been tracing like our symbol for MW.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, definitely on the inside.
Here,
We should have our
here.
symbol so that they know who we are. Okay.
Yeah, at the bottom, Misfit
Yeah.
Warriors.
and
Yes, Misfit
let
Warriors
me-
and Ambassador Nock Tavora.
it sounds like it hurts you.
It does.
Let's see, performance check for Kyron. She has a +7. Okay, yeah. So this is her first time doing it like officially, and it comes out really nice. The Misfit Warriors
Nice.
MW symbol that she's been like passively tracing for the group over the days.
I have her make another one in my notebook.
Now that shit's legit.
Yeah, it is.
Now we're stuck with it. We're sending it to the queen to never reach the queen.
So it's a
True.
good one. She did a good job.
I'm proud of
Yeah,
Sharon. That was not the
Bracket.
problem. That wasn't me. That was Conlon sassing. Not Bracket. Bracket's sitting there
Sorry,
putting
you
his
sound
gear
the
into the
same.
arrow with you because he thinks this is awesome.
Carmen, weren't you gonna start doing a deeper voice
Yeah, if
for
it's Bracket.
Bracket? to
This is Bracket
distinguish
now,
the
right?
two?
Remember, Bracket comes down
This
a
is
little bit.
Bracket now.
What?
See, Nock, do you understand how important this is?
What happened to your voice?
Did you hit third puberty? What happened? Today,
I'm
just now,
glad-
20
I'm glad
minutes after
we're-
you woke up?
I'm
Okay.
glad we
The moonshine
finally got to
finally
play
hit.
out that joke we've had for the past 4
Yeah.
years.
Nock, I don't understand what the problem is. This is how I've always sound.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
I'll be my normal voice again.
I feel good about this letter. I feel like I've. Okay, Bracket, can you read it over? I shoved
Oh
it
yeah,
over.
absolutely. I feel like the whole time I was helping you as I'm shuffling food, and I'm
yeah.
like,
I
hey,
just
every once
have
in a while I point
everybody
and go,
read it. Yeah.
I help. Can we roll together for how good our letter is at bare minimum?
Are we writing? Are we rolling?
I want.
I
to.
mean, yeah, if you
Art of
guys are going
inspiration.
to. Hey! So somebody can
Oh,
roll with advantage
D8.
and add a.
What's
what
your
are
plus
you,
for
a D6
performance?
Or D8 now?
Is it performance? What are
Yes.
we rolling?
Performance.
Yes, so performance. And Callum,
My
does
my
Naresh
plus
have a
is
D8
plus
now?
1. I'm
I have a
sure
plus
yours is
four.
better, Mr. Paladin.
Yeah.
Do you
So,
want
Mr. Paladin.
to roll with advantage, and then he only has to use one bardic?
Sounds good for me.
That kind of makes more sense, I think.
Well, I thought that was in that one. That's a 4. Let's roll the second one.
Oh, yeah.
I got
please roll
panicked
better
for a
than
sec.
that.
I was like, oh boy.
No. It's scribble.
Well, the problem with clear dice like this is they're a little hard to read.
Oh no.
It's very clear, so every once in a while I'm like, what the frick does that say?
Yeah, roll your d8 too, buddy.
I got a D8 too. Oh boy. Okay,
Bardic
Yeah, for bardic.
inspiration.
I forgot about that.
Enjoy the bard while you have one, okay? Bards
Yeah.
are awesome until you don't have them, then you're like, fuck.
That is a 23.
We wrote a good letter.
Okay. You guys take a
I
good
told you I
like,
was enthusiastically helping you.
5 minutes. Guard definitely helps himself.
Now
to
we
some
have to write a
apple
good letter,
slices while
Vicky.
he's raiding some bacon.
We gave ourselves
actually
homework.
have to, yeah.
You guys got homework now, and you guys put it up in. What do you do anything for a wax seal?
Yeah, the wax seal is the
Yeah,
arrow with the
yeah.
gear underneath it. So gear, then
Okay.
arrow
Yeah.
pressed into each other. So it's Zelia's
And
with
Xylia
that-
symbol with the arrow.
With
Yeah.
that performance check as well too, that does come out great. And you hand it over to Guard, and Guard's like, "All right, did you write on the front who it was going to, or?"
To Queen Kitteris.
Yeah.
So he
Queen
goes, "All
Kitteris
right, so
or
this is
Queen
going to
Maiden
the Queen, or
Yeah.
whom
Yeah.
it may
We all
concern."
kind of blankly stare at Guard. Yeah.
Queen ideally, but if you can't get it to her, whoever's next in line, I guess.
Yeah, whoever has the most authority at the moment, if she happens to be busy
But
or something.
also, if they can be somebody who's not like evil, that would be
Someone
great.
trustworthy.
Somebody not evil, but also with influence that can get us into
Just-
the queen if she's not available.
Even though Xysta's not far, just because of who it is, just gonna be a little bit more expensive than a normal.
Valid. Yes.
Yeah.
I
How much?
Can I just
for
drop the
trying to get over to the Queen, I want to be as fair. I would normally probably charge 10, but I'll honor Muri's pendant for you guys if you guys want to do 9 gold pieces.
I'm gonna pass him the whole 10.
Oh, thank you, Naresh.
Naresh, you are always so nice.
I just
I'm gonna
have
give-
more money that I know what to do with.
I just like, I don't know where Naresh is sitting, but I kind of go over, I move through other people's spaces as my little halfling self is able to do. I go and give him a hug.
Um,
Thank
hmm.
you.
Not to like sour the mood, but
Uh-huh.
like since we're getting a late start on the day, I think I want to look for like to be a disciple in the city. I think I need to stay here and protect what's his face? Arik.
What's his face, Irene?
No. That what's his face came out of Callum's mouth. Arik
know.
came out of Nareth's mouth.
I was joking.
Oh, what's that that little dipshit's name again?
Yeah, that kid I tried. Now the other kid, not the kid I tried to
The
kill.
kid
was
I'm
me.
turning into a bard.
I just
Okay.
I'm not trying to abandon you guys, but I also don't want to get killed by paladins in the city.
Understand.
Like I'm whispering that last part to you guys.
Don't want to get killed by paladins in the city.
You're
Every
right.
character
You're right.
Callum comes up with.
love the Driss so much. I say that loudly.
Okay. I mean, okay. I mean, you know what? I have the necklace to Muri, so it's not like you can't write to us.
You have a what?
I have. You guys know this. I have a
The
little
pendant.
pouch that. Muri has the other half of this pouch, and we can pass things to each other in it.
Holy shit, that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
You're
we're
like, my
buddies.
life 10
That's
times
just
better.
like, wow, last night I really forgot everything. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're like pen
It's almost
pals.
like it's been
really
3
great.
years.
You okay?
Whoa.
Well, hopefully she'll take me as her apprentice or disciple or whatever they're called when you're
I don't
like
know.
that.
She seemed to like you.
I just feel like I can do more good here than I can in a city where I have to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, I actually have to go to bed.
Oh,
Good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
I know.
If Jinrash is needed for anything in specific, I will try to play him faithfully for you.
I got
just-
it. I know how to be
Yeah.
Jin Rash.
All right, bracket. Conlon, you are Jinrash now for the session.
He's gonna drink his meat and eat a fuck ton of food. Like, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. He's gonna wander around behind us unless he gets the letter back to his sister, which he won't. He sent it out last night.
Yeah.
Which guard didn't even leave yet.
Guard
Yeah,
hasn't
so
left
like,
yet, yeah.
there's no major things going on for Jinrash tonight. So, bye, Brian.
Yeah.
Bye,
So
Brian.
I just
As I continue like talking to Nock, I'm gonna like pull out this wolf plushie and just like hand it to you and be like, "This will keep you company at least a little bit."
you know
Nock
you
is
already
going
gave
to-
me You already
What's
gave me this owl plushie before.
Yeah, that one was for you in vain, though.
I feel like it.
You
I don't
need
want to
take
say
it. That's
no
fine,
because
too.
I really like it. It's very sweet, but I feel like it's going to be hard to travel with too.
Yeah, you're
The next
slowly
time I see you, you
causing
can have
Nock to
it.
have a stuffed animal collection that they're carrying with them.
Where are you going to sleep? Well, okay, yeah. Where are you going to stay? I guess.
Yeah, because you need to not, you need to be a person who lives here. And
I'm gonna go work with Muri and like live in the
Okay.
fucking woods, be a hermit, protect the village.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
there's stuff
Okay.
that I can be doing. And also, if you can be contacting Muri, you can send me on missions to do stuff in the outlying area around Xysta.
I just realized we've accidentally
you
built like a
on
weird
mission.
NPC we've created that now Brian's like, wait, that's not how it's supposed to be balanced.
Okay. I mean, let me think if there's anything I want to give Naresh before. I don't really have any. Well, yeah.
You guys all set with letters?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, guard. Yes.
Head out. Have a safe day and safe travels.
Catch you guys later. Just call my name if you need me.
We'll try not to bother you today. You seem busy.
Yeah, definitely not today.
He walks to the door and waves goodbye, and then you just through the door.
Does the door like kind of flutter before it slams?
Yes.
I gotta figure out how he's so fast.
God.
It's killing me.
He's probably at Tabaxi.
He is a Tabaxi.
He doesn't.
No, he's a
not.
Furbolg.
He's a Furbolg. He doesn't. He's not a cat. He's not a cat.
Art tap on his mom's side.
That would be good. That makes sense. Could work. Well, I mean, feel like okay.
We invented
We
quarter
have
elf.
council to go to.
Tabaxi.
We have the council to go to. I feel like it would be good to check into shops before we go on a long trip. Maybe make some last minute purchases.
This is a question to the DM, which I know is a little metagamey. When are they meeting us?
They meeting
Bosco and Oliver.
In time.
We don't know.
In time.
We don't know.
Okay,
Which going through all the tasks before when you start going through it. Hey, and before we start talking more, like today, I don't really know how to like.
Oh my god. Are you both doing this in the same day?
Within
I'm
the same
sorry,
hour.
But
okay, I know it wasn't
honest.
planned. Okay. Let me redo this. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't know Naresh was leaving today too, but Fate's favor has a lead in my mom, Nock. We had a dream the other day, and based on the surroundings, it seems like she could be somewhere up north. And if she is alive, there's nothing more important to me.
Is that the dream she just described that I had?
You and her shared that dream. You guys haven't talked out of game or in game about it because you and Kyron have always had this like not really like talking to each other kind of thing. And also,
I mean, but like now that Kyron is Asia, I'm just gonna say like I had the same dream.
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna look and be like, "Yeah, that endless pillars that we saw says it might be in Vyasu's wastelands. Could be an entrance to the Underdark. And if she's down there, I need to find her.
To the Underdark by yourself?
Yeah, I was like, "What's your? Do you have a plan of help? Anyone's gonna help you?
You are one person,
and you're kind of
I'll
squishy.
Find a way.
I know. Okay,
I
know
we
you're
both
strong.
do the same.
Okay, so like, would it be out of character for Naresh to go with her? Like, same dream, same mission.
I feel like he would be willing to suggest that definitely in character. But he
I
would
mean,
probably feel
okay,
a little
like-
timid about it because he knows that the two
It's
of
up to
you
you.
sometimes.
No, that was my initial inclination. But like again, so like I'm trying to play in response to Kyron the way that I remember Asia playing her.
Yeah.
You guys want Naresh to come with me? I can take care of myself.
Yeah, but we also don't want you
Okay,
dead.
yes.
That's accurate.
Yes.
Because like I was gonna
But-
accompany you guys to Xysta and just not go in with you guys. But like if you're leaving now, you like I'll carry your shit at least.
The only bit of a plan I had was trying to link up with Kinray, Kenra, and Feyror for a little bit, at least until the Ashen Peaks.
Okay.
I was gonna go that way anyways. Some
Just,
point.
they're the only people I know north, and then after
No,
the
I
Ashen
know.
Peaks, I gotta
No,
figure it
she's
out.
fine. It's okay. Feyror is better than you think. She's fine now.
I'm probably gonna kill her, but
The things that you do when you're 12 do not define how you are at.
if she says a single word about you, Nock, I'm just gone.
Hey, Naresh, can you go with
Honestly-
Kyron so she doesn't off someone randomly in the woods?
She should be doing my mission, and I should be doing
Yeah.
her mission. It's her dad that's weird. It's not her fault.
Nock,
Nock,
it's
you got
that
this.
was chosen, though. Like, the chieftain chose you over his daughter.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
No.
Imagine if you were his daughter.
Well, yeah, I feel
That would
bad
be
for
really
her in that,
fucked up.
but it means that he trusts you. He knows you're going to do it right, and we will do it
He
right.
doesn't. He barely knows me.
He knows your parents.
I'm gonna
It
like
seems like a weird thing. It seems
I'm
like
gonna
a
like
weird
get
thing.
like down on Nock's level, as condescending as that sounds, but like make it in a not condescending way and be like,
Yeah, don't hold their head and be
We
like,
got-
hey, so bud.
not her head, her shoulder, and she'd be like, "We got your back."
I
Like
know.
everyone here and everyone who meets you trusts you. Like you got this. We're not all gonna be there, but like if you need me, if you need Kyron, like tell us and we'll be there.
I don't.
Right now, I mean, Bracket's got this whole darkness, end of the world thing looming in the
Yeah,
future, and
yeah.
obviously,
worse,
when
but
that
whatever.
thing comes around, just I'm not gonna
Eats
leave
food.
you guys alone with that, but and that seems far off. And if I can save my mom in the meantime, I mean, I know you'll be able to get you'll be able to get this done in the city without me. I didn't want to just walk out. I figured I at least should tell you. You're my best friend.
I'm not.
I'm just gonna look at
I'm
Kyron
not,
and be like, "We've got a fucked up thing for timing, don't we?"
Yep.
You guys,
Yep,
it's
we do.
okay.
Time's a
It's
bitch.
okay. It's okay. It's just I'm going into a very unnerving situation with the. Okay, it's gonna be fine. You guys, your mom's important.
I
Your
grab
mom is important.
Kyron kind of
I
on the shoulder
just
and go,
want
don't worry.
you to be safe.
I'm always safe.
Uh-huh. Can you just for me be
As
like
she does that-
20% more?
She says, I'm always safe, and she like puts her fist down the table and it flings a fork across the room. Roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Never an important roll. Never an important roll. That disaster's biggest roll.
Random bullshit, not 20. It's a total
That
of
is
25.
That is when all of you guys get your random nat 20s when it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that didn't matter at all. What a waste.
And catches the fork, and you say the 20% more careful, and she's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
And if something happens, I don't know, turn into a bird and fly away.
I'm almost there.
I
Can't turn
know,
into a
I
bird
know.
yet.
You will soon, like tomorrow probably.
With how life has been going recently.
Yeah.
Write letters to me.
Of course. Of course.
As anytime I have anything, of course I'm going to call guard.
Not right now. We just told him we wouldn't. All right, never mind.
Mere seconds later, he comes back. He's just like, "Do you guys need anything?"
No. Sorry, she was
And
just dicking around.
Here, guard, and she's gonna give him 10 gold pieces. Says,
Aw.
"This is gonna make up for the shoes you're gonna have to buy for the amount of letters we're gonna put you through." And he's just like, happy to help, guys. Next time, he runs out to get back on his route schedule.
I think at this point, Nock is gonna turn to Kyron and just in Druidic say, "I'm not gonna let my sister go without a hug."
Like, come here, and she's gonna pull you in for a nice big hug.
I give her a big hug.
If only
I don't
Vane was
care.
here too.
Oh, we could go outside. We could call for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Go outside.
So
Give a
you
little
guys
whistle.
walk outside and leaves the rest of the table to themselves for a moment. You walk outside with Kyron, and Vane quickly just comes out down from the window and
Group hug.
and just like grabs
Yeah.
wings and just holds around you guys.
Yeah.
And afterwards, did it seem? Are you gonna go back inside? Did it seem like Naresh, you were gonna get up and like leave? Because it seems the vibe you're getting off from Kyron is like she's probably gonna wanting to be leaving now just to start on her way.
Okay. Then, yeah. I mean, I can always come back.
She's like, this is gonna be a long road to Viruses Wasteland.
Kyron. Sorry, go ahead.
She just she's accepted your company, but with the thought of just traveling with you, she was like, this is gonna be a long trip to Viruses Wastelands.
And you're walking.
I'm gonna set the coffin down for a second and just ask her if she can pick it up. And then I'm gonna like run back and give Nock a hug.
See, can Kyron pick up the coffin? Strength of 11.
Probably not.
11. Just lifts it up like off the ground, but can't like lift it all the way off.
Yeah, can't.
So I hug Nock and I come back and I'm like, I look at her like struggle to pick it up off the ground, and I'm just like, if you climb inside, I can carry you, but that's about it. Please don't kill me again.
That's terrible. That sounds terrible.
You can leave the door open. It's got like a little window, like a hatch. It's like an incense burner hatch, so the smoke can get in.
We'll see. No, I can walk myself. I can fly. I can turn into a cheetah. I'm fine. But thank you.
Just an offer.
Okay.
Right.
Can you guys promise not to kill each other?
Yeah,
you yell that across
sure.
the entire like span they are because they've walked
you.
away at this point.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys walk back inside the tavern afterwards, just as for final goodbyes?
I was with them. I was outside.
Yeah, you and Nock walked outside, but Naresh stays. Did you guys walk back inside the tavern afterwards, or before going off, or did Naresh come outside and leave everybody else inside? What do you guys prefer? It doesn't matter.
Are you asking me? Because
yes.
Yeah.
I thought I was out there talking to Kyron.
I
thought that Naresh came out. I
Naresh came out. Okay.
Naresh came out. That's what I had pictured in my head.
Cool. It wasn't specified, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and then she
promise not to kill each other.
I promise.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's an easy
okay.
moral, so I guess I'll help you out.
Okay.
Yes.
You got this.
You got
so
this.
Yeah.
And they're gonna start off, Naresh and Kyron walking off on their way northward out of the city.
They're gonna get arrested.
Nock is gonna.
That's just like one of those Law and Order episodes where like it gets a black screen with the white text that just says they were arrested right across the border for smuggling something across. Like,
yeah,
they don't
make any further.
Go upstairs alone.
So Nock, you walk back in. So
Yeah, I just go straight
Jinrash,
upstairs.
Jinrash, and Bracket are left alone at the table, and you guys see Nock just walk by and go upstairs.
Okay, we will deal with that. But Nock can begin Nock's thing. Mainly because Conlon needs to pee. And B, it's just going to be a comment between me and Jinrash where we take a couple more bites and go, we're going to have to deal with that in a second.
Oh, that's not it. That's not all that's going to happen.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, God, I forgot they're going to
Go
ruin our
pee,
meal.
Go pee, Conlon. Nock, so you go upstairs and into the girl, the like you and Tyron's room together.
Yeah. I go in there. I think I just lay on the bed by myself. I think she's gonna cry a little bit.
That would be fair.
Cry a little bit. Not like a super like sad like sob kind of cry, just kind of like a oh shit, this is a lot, I'm kind of overwhelmed kind of cry. And then they're gonna get up. They're gonna only be in bed for like 10 minutes, I swear. And then they get up. Think Nock at this point still has very long hair. So they're gonna take it down out of their usual like messy ass bun. And I think just as kind of like a little emotional piece of Naresh nearby is just gonna braid their hair in a long little braid down the back. Just kind of
Season 3 redesigns. London.
Yeah.
I
Just
love that.
a long braid down the back for now until they can get a haircut somewhere. And yeah, just kind of feel a little bit more ready to go, a little bit more ambassador-y.
So you spent about total of like maybe
Instead
like
of
15
ambassador
minutes up
Spock,
there
it's
with everything.
Yeah, I would say 15-20 maybe tops.
Cool. Okay.
If I hear commotion, I'll run down, but I'm not expecting any.
So Conlon, for
I'm
the
gonna
sake
go
of
fill
you
my
not
water.
for the sake of you not talking to yourself, I will assume Jinrash in this moment. So you're
okay.
Not
Yeah.
just
So we're not talking. We'll bounce off each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we both see Nock go upstairs.
Yeah, I believe I'm actually facing that direction based on your description, but not important. I'll be like,
well,
we're gonna have to deal with that a little bit.
Yeah. Two at once. I mean, it's got to be a lot on her or on them.
People go away. It's unfortunate, but it's reality. Or you can make it a crusade, you know. Jinrash and Bracket just sit in that for a second.
You get a laugh out of him. Do you drink some ale? He's definitely sipping on some ale.
Yeah, it's one of those little sips. It's just we have problems.
And as a few minutes go by, I'd say maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, you guys just sitting like.
I was only gonna take like a minute. It was gonna be like that sip and get up and go check on Nock.
Well, about a minute, and then you get up, and as you get up and you're starting to walk towards the door, or towards the stairs to go upstairs, you hear the door of the tavern kind of just get flung open, and into the room you can see there appears to be a Xystallian soldier who swiftly like crashes in, and as the door hits the wall, all the other soldiers in the area seem to quiet down. And you can hear the soldier goes, "Listen up. Commander Broderick has called an emergency meeting over at the barracks. All Xystallian soldiers minus those guarding the border are to report to the barracks now." Groans can be heard across the whole tavern floor from the soldiers, but reluctantly they take their final swigs, final bites out of their meals, and a few moments later, it's eerily quiet as Bracket. You're just in there, and Jinrash is sitting at the table finishing his drink, and you're left with just Sarah Ray, Silo, and Bizro over there. And It's a nice little calm for a second in the tavern.
I need to know what that is.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Sarah, you could just hear from the kitchen, weird or not, I am very thankful for it. Whew. Whew. And then she looks back over in your area, and Jinrash is still sitting at the table, and she looks at him and he's like, is there water leaking in from the roof again? And Jinrash looks up, and Bracket, you can see as well too. Not directly above you because you got up from the table, but above Jinrash and the table, there slowly starts just not out of the roof, but just drops of water seem to be coming and appearing and just hitting on the table and just doop, 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 getting a little bit more and more.
Is there anything on the roof?
It doesn't seem like it's connecting to the roof, and above this is more rooms upstairs, so it's not even the direct roof. So not only is it not making a connection to the ceiling in this room,
it's dripping in the middle.
Yeah. And after a few more seconds, you can just see a blue circle just starts appeering in the air above the table. And you can
they call in the industry a big fucking step back.
And Junior will get up as well too and just walk away from the table.
I grab the sword. Circle. I prep the shield.
Jinrash grabs his axe, ready to go. Not sure what's coming up. And Sierra Ray will call Scylla and Bizro back into the kitchen. You can see them kind of like looking through the kitchen window out over into the area. And it just gets more and more water until there's like a perfect circular drip around the table. And then Oliver, Eileen, and Bosco come.
Can I roll to land properly since I'm used to
Oliver, Eileen, roll dexterity saving throws.
I was waiting for that.
It begins.
Ooh,
I knew as soon as you said like something about the table, I was like, "Oh crap, you're right. You're gonna drop them on the table. That's the best way to do it."
That is a 6, my dude.
Oh, you eat it.
6.
You land in food.
What about you, Eileen?
My first roll of the night is a natural 1, so a total of 9.
He shatters plates. He destroys the ale pitcher.
Even though it's not considered a crit failure because it's not an attack, that's still your first nat 1 of the game.
So do we just fall directly onto a table?
Oh yeah.
So funny enough, Bracket, what you and Jinrish see is just 1, 2, 3. You see a human wizard in a cloak just whoop, and then right afterwards a Kenku bird that looks like has like this tricorn. I believe you have a tricorn hat still on, right? On
it's
there,
a pirate.
Different
a
color
pirate
armor
falls
on.
down.
You can see a pirate falls down, and then behind it you can see a raccoon like humanoid. But as it's falling, you can kind of see the fur and body moving almost fluidly. And before that one even hits the ground, you see a purple hand, a white hand with purple veins come out of a purple and black portal and grab the raccoon. And just, you can just hear the raccoon go, "Wah!" And he gets sucked through another portal on the way. And the table just crashes as Oliver and Eileen break the table and just, you both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall onto the table.
I'm gonna say,
do they break silverware and break flatware and whatnot?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
There are definitely some broken plates and silverware flung across the room. Glasses that have been shattered.
I'm just gonna be lying face down and just be like, "What the fuck?"
Are you adventurers or enemies?
What the fuck? And you look up Oliver and you can see a golden dragonborn in like a lumberjack vest holding an axe over to you, and a paladin with plate mail on, not the full armor, but has a sword and shield pointed in your direction.
I literally say adventurers or enemies.
When I see you, Bracket, I like stand up, hold my hand up, hold my holy symbol to Xylia, and then in Celestial, start just telling you about all of it, everything about Xysta and how I was sent through a bunch of portals and how I
I
actually
imagine
released
it's
a
a
dragon.
mile a minute too. It's just like,
Oh yeah,
whoa, calm down. Okay, whoa.
yeah.
You cut him off after like a sentence or two of just constant rambling and too much information, or do you let him go?
No, I let him go for that 2 sentences and then go, okay, you can explain this to me at a speed that isn't this one.
Okay. What you need to know right now is that Xylia sent me to find you and protect you on your way to Xysta. I caused a bunch of problems there, but stuff was already going wrong. That aside, I was sent to find these Misfit Warriors.
Yeah.
And help you guys because time is aligning and Xylia needs help. We all need help. Like, shit's getting real. So, like, this is Oliver. He's joining us. There's a little guy somewhere around here.
Hi.
What's that?
Do you know what your name is? Like, do you have memories?
Oh, yeah. My name is Ealine.
Wait, so you get
memories? I was hoping he was about to be like, my name's Ealine, but it used to be Seabreeze. And before that, it was even Wind Whisper. So
I was actually about to follow up by saying, but I changed my name a lot. That's kind of part of being a Kenku. I don't have like it was part of a pact. I almost destroyed the world for an evil god, and he's like coming, so I have to like stop it. That's part of it. It's a whole thing.
Jirash takes a swig, and he's just like, "You almost destroyed the world."
Are you
can't understand what I'm saying.
List? Like,
I don't think he understands Celestial.
Yeah, he doesn't understand Celestial.
Oh, you're just constantly talking Celestial. Be like, hey, can you guys speak in a language that we all understand here? Because I am really confused.
I'm like, maybe not. In common, I say maybe not.
I'm just gonna say I can't speak common like everyone else. I'm a Kenku. Xylia gave me this, and I can speak in Celestial or in Aquan.
I still don't know what you're saying.
I explained that to Jinrash with some sarcasm as he says that. He just said he can't speak common because of him being a Kenku, which I don't remember this information. I don't remember everything. So I assume he knows some common based on the fact he understands you fine. So we'll figure that problem out when we get there. But I can translate. It's fine. It's easy. He just needs to not speak fast because I only can translate so fast. And you, the other one, the one with the cloak.
Who's still flat on his stomach in the remains of the table.
That's Oliver.
Slowly getting up. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to get
3 hit points is a lot for me.
I'm going to pull a fork out of my leg and go, God.
Well,
that's
at least
the fork
we're
I
done.
caught, actually.
It's all coming together.
Butterfly effect.
I'm Oliver. Hi. It's been a long day.
Okay. Do I know what? You'll tell me the story on the way. We need to check in with our friend Nock, who's not having a good day. Which
before you guys like start walking away, I hand Jinrash the Horn of Valhalla.
Oh God. Brian's not here.
Oh no.
What's this?
Oh, he's been so happy.
I'm gonna like look at Bracket and say a gift from me to you.
A gift from
Use it
Ealing
well.
to you.
Thank you. He just puts it in his pack. He doesn't know what it does, but
yeah, unless you tell him, he ain't looking
he doesn't
it up.
ask much questions.
I'm gonna tell Bracket eventually, but like he has the Horn of Valhalla now. I'm gonna take it out of my inventory.
Cool. We will remind Brian to add that to his inventory.
One of you should just go in and add it for him if you can.
Do you have it up already, Conlon?
Yeah.
It's the Horn of Valhalla. It's in my world called the Horn of Keithel, but so same thing.
It's the iron variant, just so you know.
The iron one?
Yeah,
I don't think you can
choose
choose that specifically in there, but yeah.
No, you can, because there's a brass, silver, and iron.
Oh, sweet, cool. So it's the iron one.
And then I'm going to hand Brackett the Tome of Gainful Exercise. But like, take your time. Let me know when you're done with Brackett or with Jin Rasher's thing.
That took 2 seconds. That one was easy to
okay.
search. It wasn't a custom item.
Okay, you get the Manual of Gainful Exercise and
Do I need
the
to work
Shield
out?
of Thor. Do you need to what?
Not important. That was a reference to LMAO's I work out, but whatever. We'll move on.
He handed you a book and he said it was a shield of force, but what it is almost just like a pendant shaped shield that can fit in the palm of your hands. You don't know what it is yet, but it looks like almost like a palm shield.
Okay, so you read the book and you get strong. It's magic, and this shield you can retract and make big.
That's good.
It's like a force field. Lets you cast the spell shield. It's cool. It's good stuff. Found in a dragon horde. You can keep it.
I wrap it kind of onto my arm. Like I take the braiding and I kind of fix it to my arm the best I can. I'll play with it over the day.
Love it.
Cool.
Oh, and I'm gonna wait until we get up to Nock. I have a thing. But yeah, I'm gonna continue as like we are moving upstairs to regale Brackett with every detail of everything that happened during the heist.
You'll probably only get into like a tenth of it by the time you get to the
I think he's going to successfully describe who the characters are.
Yeah.
We'll give him that so I can ask
session 1.
Yeah, so I can ask the question, are these trustworthy folk?
Yes. I would trust each and every single one of them with my life. I have on multiple occasions. And I'm still here, so.
Do you mention their names?
Yes.
Oliver, you hear the name, like obviously you just hear Rain, but you had that like.
No, I'm definitely Cinderheart name dropping. Like I know she's the princess. I know for a fact.
So Oliver doesn't know her last name yet, but you hear Rain Cinderheart, and you remember from earlier in the day he was using mimicry in common, and he used a voice that sounded just like a Rain you used to know.
I'm just doing calculations in my head.
Also, I'm gonna like pause right outside of the door to Nock's room, and be like, "Oh, and I have a lot of friends. Oliver's already met most of them, but I'm like gonna just be like, Wet Hand, say hi." In Auckland, and he's gonna like poke his head out of my chest.
Yeah, I really do this like pause thing.
What's up, new mateys?
So you are not only dressed up like a character from Pirates of the Caribbean, but you have a fucking ghost pirate in you.
Yeah, I had
this is a joke only Brackett gets.
Yeah, I'm literally sitting there like, I don't know what a Caribbean is.
Yeah, what's a Caribbean?
Oh,
a pirate of the what now?
I know what a pirate is. You are one.
I said,
is that a problem?
Of the what now? Anyways,
in trouble that you're a pirate.
I don't think so.
Okay, I hope not.
I mean, I've done a lot of crimes, but like, I've never been held.
Literally, that sentence.
I've committed a lot of crimes. I just haven't been held accountable for it. So you're a good thief. Okay, good.
Well, okay, so like full disclosure, guys.
Nock, I want you to know while you're braiding your hair and starting, you start hearing mumbling outside the door, and you just hear that's the first thing you could like. You should start listening in. And
no, she can't because this is all in Celestial.
Yeah,
it's still,
I think to myself that Brackett's just like singing for some reason. So I finish up my braid and I open up the door. Your voice sounds so good today, and I just see.
And you see a pirate Kenku, and you see the humanoid male from your dream from the Elder.
I'm
What the
going to turn to
fuck?
Nock real
Standing
quick.
next to Jinrash and Bracket.
I'm
Hi.
sorry. Apparently, we've made new. I'm gonna go with acquaintances for now, but we'll work on the friend part
Okay.
later.
Okay.
This is probably overwhelming after the
Okay.
day you've had.
Hi,
And I apologize.
Oliver? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Oliver. I
Hi.
Hi.
Oh man,
Do
I
you go
just
by
sent word
Ollie?
with a letter to you. That's such a
You-
waste
you-
of gold.
You sent this letter?
No,
Wait, you
you
got
haven't got that letter yet.
I
You got a
haven't
letter
gotten the
from your
letter yet.
you got a letter from your father. Nock just sent out the letter
sent-
last night, but Guard didn't leave till this morning. So
really
he
don't
went
wanna
to
get
Xysta to
Guard-
try to give you a letter, and now he's gonna
Okay.
have to find you and know that you're here. So he's gonna eventually
It's
come
fine.
back to you.
It's fine. I'm out of gold. Whatever. It's fine.
What did you?
Hi.
Hi. How?
I
Do I
kind
know
of
you?
scoot to the
I'm
side so you
Nock.
can shake Oliver's hand.
I'm Nock. Okay, yes. Hi. I'm Nock.
Oliver. Do I know
This
you?
is
Hello.
Ambassador Nock.
Not yet. I kind of know you. Not
How,
really.
might
but
I ask?
The monk showed me a vision of you. He's like an old monkey.
Old monkey.
You're not selling
Yeah.
this Nock.
I know. Okay. Okay. To be fair, he's like mystical magic kind of. He's been alive for literally centuries. He gives people visions when they have important things to do. Mine was you.
Me. Why me?
Yeah.
You're a pretty
That's
important thing
kind
to
of
do.
the thing is that I
Wink, wink.
don't know why.
No. God damn it.
I know, I'm just
he-
kidding around.
I
I know,
saw
I
you
love it though.
doing. We should go in the room. Come in.
That's
And then
actually
I
a good
shut the door.
choice.
I saw you doing.
Is Eli still making the floor damp?
Well, this is inside. Inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start looking at him and not like torrential dripping,
Yeah.
but you do constantly see just like water dripping off through his fur, his feathered like body.
So yeah. So he showed me. I am from the Blessed Feet tribe. I am a ranger. How old is my tribe? Like 500 years? How old?
Oh, your tribe's been since very, very early since time started. The Blessed Feet have been around since some of the earlier centuries.
So this monkey is like 2,000 years old.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so a
He's
2,000-year-old
technically,
monkey.
if he's depending how old he is.
2,000-year-old monkey showed me a vision of you. I know that sounds insane, but I saw you casting
Magic is
a
real,
spell. I'm assuming you're a wizard, right? You had like this little.
I am studied in the magical arts. Yes.
You had like a little.
Oh, you Borat?
I'm sorry. Am I who?
No, sorry.
You pulled
You
out.
are you are a very strange man.
I'm
I
happy
think he
that was
pulled out
canon,
like
this Borat joke.
Didn't he pull out like a flower in the vision I had of him? He pulled out like a flower out of the portal, I think. We can go with that if that's wrong.
There was a real life item that he pulled out of there.
I know what that is, but I'm not. I just think I'm metagame. I'm excited to have it though.
It was super small and mundane. I don't think Oliver brought it with him once he left his house.
Yeah. You pulled out like a. We've been finding things. But I don't think I have anything. Well, wait, we have the cardboard from last night. I take out a cardboard.
You also have the bottles.
Box.
You didn't get rid of them. You also didn't give Kyron the strawberry one.
No!
Well, just give it to
okay.
Guard again.
It's okay. It's okay. There's other things happening.
That's what Nock pushes Nock over the edge. I didn't give her the strawberry alcohol.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hidden beyond the facade of a normal person is a panic attack.
I pull out the cardboard that has weird language on it that I can't read, but
it says Mike's Hard Lemonade.
He can read it. We found this, and we've been finding things like this. Like we found like a really big
Favorite
like
in the old
metal
days.
crossbow that shoots really fast. We found
And didn't
Jinrash has like a sign. Like
Jinrash
You mean
brings
the
up,
sign that said stop? A
It-
sign of stop.
and didn't
Sign of
Naresh
35
cast a
miles per
spell
hour.
from didn't Naresh cast a spell from a scroll that allowed him to like pull one of these weird things out of like a portal before too?
Oh yeah, I got a what was it? A plastic sunflower or some shit.
I think he did. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, it was the
So yeah,
Solar
Naresh,
Powered Sunflower.
man, he would have been really excited to meet you. He left literally 20 minutes ago.
Who's this? Who's this? Who?
Naresh, he's a bard. He's our friend. He and my other friend Kyron went on a different mission this morning. And they're gonna go save her mom. It's no big deal. He cast a spell once. And I saw you cast a spell. And I'm pretty sure we need your help. My whole deal is that I'm trying to save my tribe from being killed.
I remember like, okay. I remember literally gently put my hand on Nock's shoulder, like in a as
Well, how else am I supposed to explain it?
You're doing great.
Well,
But everyone, we'll make these intros fast. Shinrash, heir to the Thalthi's fortune, not important that much.
Bye.
A slumber. Big dragon man.
I call in Vane.
big dragon man.
We're gonna walk outside, so wait on Vane. Because we have
No, she
places
can come
to
inside through the window. We've established this.
be. We have places to be. Broderick just called a meeting for all the guard, and we should probably listen. to him.
We're not
Okay,
the guard.
so-
Yeah, but
Then
it
you
could
see
be
a
relevant for
giant
us.
owl stick her head through the window, Eileen and Oliver.
I'm
That's
like,
a big
fine,
word.
she's fine.
I wave the hand to Oliver. Okay, get used to it.
That's a
Hero
big
of
word.
time. Gotta save the
Hero-
whole planet and the
Hero of
everything.
time. You're very strange. That's a big bird.
And
It's
Vane,
fine.
Vane sticks a feather in and points right directly in your face, Oliver. Just,
He's gonna be fine. I hope.
Be nice to the beautiful bird. We got
I'm like
places to
the
be
bird-
fun.
by
the bird
Vane,
takes
by the way.
bird feathers and does this and points directly at you, Oliver, and then over at Eileen too.
I'm gonna do the
You're
same
so-
thing back, and I'm gonna go. I bet you love flying so much.
He's really good at it. Hi, by the way. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm Nock. Hello.
Ambassador
Shake.
Nock. Missed that one.
The
Sorry.
new bird's hand.
Ambassador.
what's up? I'm Eileen. This is
Hi.
Blinky, and this is Wet Hands, and this is
Hi.
Gonti.
Yeah, wet hands plops
Hi.
out of him.
Yeah, I'm like introducing you to my mimics, and I have
You
a
have, like,
giant.
bunch of- Okay.
Oh, you can't.
So which
you
one
can't
is?
understand what I'm saying
You
either.
can just
Unfortunately,
speak in common. It just sounds like other people's
I
voices.
can.
that's true.
Okay, so real
harder to
quick
remember
question
what I've
for the
heard other
DM.
people
I
say.
can speak primordial, so wouldn't I be able to understand Aquan?
Yes, you would understand
Oh,
Aquan as
okay.
a specific dialect.
Fuck, awesome. And then I will speak to Nock in Aquan.
Hello. Wow.
Hey, wow, it's so nice to actually be able to talk to someone who understands me. This is
Hello.
great.
Just water sounds.
Wow. Okay. This is
I
interesting.
am going to begin
I don't
shuffling
know how you
everyone
know how
down
to-
the hallway.
Okay, I'm sorry,
You guys-
Bracket.
yeah,
Let's
you're-
go. Let's
Oh,
walk and talk.
Hey, so
And Bracket,
Nock,
what was it? As you're pushing out the door, Bracket, you open the door and you guys see Tio on the other end, like with his fist up. He was just about to knock on the door.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to my friend. I messed up the joke. It's not important. What's up?
Have you seen the other guards? The whole tavern seems to be empty.
Yes, they're going to a
They
meeting.
went to
Wanna
like a
come?
meeting.
Definitely should not have a meeting right now. That are these two new people friends of yours as well?
Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah.
Well, if
Why,
you
what's
gather your
happening?
other friends and take these with this is gonna sound crazy, but I need to get over to the barracks and let them all know. I need you all to go over to Zytalia's promise. There is a group of vampires heading over there now.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
motherfuckers.
Did you say
intend
vampire? Did you say vampire?
Let's
Yeah,
go
it's not
fucking
new.
deal with
Let's do
it.
this.
All right.
Okay,
I pull
let's go.
out voice of Aether. Oh wait, so Nock, I'm gonna stop you
Yeah.
right before you leave. I have a suit of armor to give you.
Okay, I can't put that on right now. I don't think.
It's light armor.
Can I?
It's a minute.
Light armor
I mean-
takes about like a
How
minute to
long
put
does
on.
it takes a minute? That's a long time in D&D.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'll hold
It's
on to
okay.
it for
We'll
now.
save it.
What
we'll
if
save it.
being
It's fine.
helps
Let's
to
go.
put the armor on?
I don't think
Could cut the time in half.
30 seconds is still a lot of time. Let's just go.
Nah, we gotta go. I feel you.
It's
I feel
fine. My
you.
AC's
You,
fine.
ru- you guys all run outside of the tavern, and Tia says, "I'll head down south. I'll let the guard know that we need to protect the promise. Go!" And he starts
Thank you,
running
Tio.
towards the barracks.
We
Yeah,
jog.
okay. Yeah, I'll have Vane fly overhead, and just kind of like keep an eye out. Maybe
I
try
see
to
Vane fly
restrict their
overhead, and I'm like,
movements as
"Damn,
much
you're
as
so
possible.
cool!" Like,
She's great.
I'll just be like, "That's a big bird."
so
She's
jealous.
really good at her job. Let's run.
Can't wait for you to meet Yertle.
Ooh.
And
It's
you
gonna-
guys start making your way over towards
yeah.
Zytalia's promise.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
by the way, this is our normal MO. Everything goes to shit, and good luck.
This
That's
is
my-
this has
that
been
is
my life for
all
the
the
past 3
motivational
days.
speaking you get to have bracket.
Oliver's
This
just
has been
gonna
my life.
sigh.
For a couple of days now. So
You said
I'm
you're a
all right.
wizard, so you're
Do it.
squishy as fuck.
He knows. Stay behind me.
That's a bit rude, but yes.
Let's get this going.
Oh, I love that. That's a bit rude,
Just-
but
I'm not here
Just
to,
go.
I'm jogging backwards. I'm not here to be mean. I'm here to get things done.
Oliver,
feel
just
you.
as long as you don't punch a hellhound, you'll be fine.
Yeah, Oliver.
And I'll just
Honestly,
be like,
you let them punch me, and you shoot fire out of your fingertips like you do.
sure. I want to look at Nock and point at Bracket. Is he always this strange?
Yeah.
I
He's
have
great.
issues. They're not important right now.
He's currently
used
my
to
number
it, it
one best
never
friend because
stops.
he's here.
Zinresh says he's running over with an axe in his hand as well too.
And that's the actual thing bracket says is, I have issues. It's not important right now.
Let's go.
And Jinrash goes, "We're the Misfits. Welcome."
You're gonna have to get a stronger stomach. It's fine.
No, it's just been a long day. I'm tired.
Well, guess what? It's our tomorrow.
I don't know what that's like.
You're not allowed to be tired until you die twice in one combat.
Yeah.
Could we have said that I
Yeah.
could we retcon that I maybe cast like Goodberry last night before we went to bed?
Yeah, you do that
Perhaps?
every night before you go
I
to
do
bed.
it every
and
night.
You
Yeah.
were in a better headspace last night than you are this
Yes.
morning. So you do have
Cool.
good berries in stock.
Yeah. I'll pass one out to everybody as we're running.
Cool.
How much does Goodberry regenerate for hit points?
1 hit point.
Hey,
It's better
that's
than
awesome.
Get your buddy
nothing.
back up.
I'm
Actually,
at-
since
Gets
I
you-
have 10, I can pass 2 to each because I have 10. So 2 for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, that's-
I'm gonna
that
leave
math
them
works
in my pouch.
Just a good way to get people back up.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I
And we
think
haven't
it-
rested yet, Brian, right? Are we taking a level of exhaustion, me and Oliver?
So no, because technically, so Oliver woke up this morning after a long rest, and the events you guys had were just early morning, right before, like that lined up to everything. So this is the same morning as what you guys had before. And Eileen, even though your transportation to this morning with Oliver was a little bit timey-wimey stuff, like to a different day, you were only about halfway through that day in Xysta before you got teleported. So
yeah, I had taken a bunch of
you're gonna
damage from.
you're gonna start feeling tired like a little earlier in the evening than anybody
Yeah.
else, but unless you pull an all-nighter tonight, you'll be fine.
Cool. Cool.
Makes sense.
Wanted to make sure.
So you guys start
Oh.
running throughout the town of Lidris.
Yeah.
Oliver and Eileen, seeing it for probably the first time in your life, being out here. Even though it's not too far from the city, it is a good 5 to 6 days journey, depending on how you travel. And Oliver, for the most part, you've stayed around the city your whole life. And Eileen, you've been part of the sea. Xysta City being your first interaction on this part of the continent.
Have I ever been this far inland? Like,
no, you have no idea where you are either. You got teleported outside a mine, you went into the mines, and then you were in a tavern, and now suddenly you're in a town. You're on a wild ride this morning.
okay, I'm gonna just like ask the group, like, hey, where are we, by the way?
Welcome
I was
to
wondering.
Ladris, beautiful sunny Ladris.
This is Ladris, huh?
Yep.
Where's Ladris?
Ladris is in the Duras. I can't speak.
Duress
province. It's quote a
Tychorus?
suburb of.
We're
Xysta.
pretty close to the Shade Shower.
Do I know any of these places? Like,
I know the Shade Shower Forest. Even from the island you're on and the time you spent in Xysta City, you've heard people mention of the Shade Shower Forest because it is a huge expanse in the Xystalian kingdom. You don't know much about it, but you do know it was a big forest within the Xystalian kingdom.
All right,
Oliver, you 100% heard of all these places.
As we're running over, can I call upon my steed?
You said I have heard of these places. I assume I would have.
Yes. You know of Ladris, you know the Shade Shower Forest. Once they gave you the names, you've pinpointed where you are. So you just got
you're on
moved
this map.
from the Gravguel mines about 5 days north into the city of Ladris. Just instantly.
It takes 10 minutes to cast Find Steed.
That's what I wanted to ask, Conlon. What is the casting time of Find Steed? Because if it is not an action, then you would not be able to do all running.
We're not going to have enough time, yeah.
Because I didn't dissolve him. He's still around, isn't he? Or did we get rid of him last night?
Oh, if he didn't die, then I think you can call him back.
Yeah.
You did pop him away. You
do need to cast the spell again to summon him. I mean,
if
even
you
if he
pop
was
him
like
away, you
off
have to
the
cast it.
city, casting it again would cost 10 minutes to get him from one side of the city to the other.
If you didn't bamf him away, you can just have him be off in the distance, and then he would have to run to you to when call. You did, looking through the sessions last time, you bamfed him away because you didn't need him yesterday, and he died against the tree elemental, and you haven't summoned him back.
Okay, if he died, then that makes okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. So you would have to take 10 minutes to cast that.
I'm guessing it's not going to take us 10 minutes to jog.
No, it'll be less than 10 minutes to get across Ladris. It's you guys know the city, so you'll be able to gauge that. Like little under 10 minutes, you guys are able to make it once again to the site of Zytali's promise. One Jinrash, Nock, and Bracket you've become way too familiar with in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oliver and Eileen seeing for the first time. There seems to be this section of the city of Xysta on the western side after passing on a road along just hills where a little bit more of the houses weren't present, so kind of like the outskirts of the city, but still within the walls of Ladris. You can see these stone walls kind of surrounding a courtyard with an entrance in the front, bench and some tree stumps in the front lining the wall. And looking inside, you see a stone structure that stands about 20 feet high, and on top of it, a statue of a woman dressed in full plate armor, holding one hand forward with a jar in her hand and just staring forward. And you can see there's a crack in the center of the statue, and blue divine chains just wrapping around it. And those stones that seem to have cracked off the statue are like perpetually floating in air.
As we approach, could I ready an attack with the Aquanarch for when I see a vampire?
Yeah, you could. Are you reading like you're pressing the trigger, like if it doesn't go off in 6 seconds, it's wasted, or are you just getting the weapon?
I have it out, and once I see one, gonna go for it.
I'm gonna do my smart thing and use divine sense as we jog up.
So wait, can you explain what we see again?
So Zytalia's promise. It's a courtyard. I will have a map for it when we do this, but there I'm actually looking at it right now. It's a courtyard on the outskirts of Ladris that seemed to surround a large statue of a woman holding a jar forward, with blue chains wrapped around, and part of the chest of the statue cracked and falling like perpetually in the air. So You, Oliver, innately know there is some strong divine magic that is coming off of this statue right now. Bracket, you use divine sense. That only searches a 60-foot radius, right?
Let me double check because I scrolled off of it.
Because old characters, who dis? We're learning all our abilities again.
So
think
yeah,
so.
60. Essentially, as we reach into the range of the promise.
60 feet. You run over and just divine sense search the area. Nock, you hold up the gun, aim it around, and as of right now, everything does seem quiet. Look around. You don't even see like a single guard around, which you think for okay, maybe they got recalled too. But the promise is completely unguarded again, and as of right now, it seems to be quiet.
Okay, we should set up a perimeter, I think.
Yes.
Janice is like, Tio actually didn't say when they were gonna attack the promise.
That's fair.
That's
also, how do you
true. But he did kind of seem like it was like now. Like,
yeah, he
get
seemed
over there.
urgent. So I guess
How did he even know?
I don't ask questions when Tio knows things. I just move on.
Do you think it wasn't Tio? Do you think it was someone like pretending to be Tio? Disguise.
I mean, better safe than sorry. Should we stay here for a couple minutes?
I feel like
the promise be unguarded. That part not good.
I go into my pouch to Muri and I'm like, Muri.
Just a few seconds later. Yes, Nock. Hello.
Tio told us that we're gonna be like vampires at the promise. Can you like maybe make sure that was actually Tio? We are actually here trying to see if nobody's here. Nothing's here. But
like in a suspicious
make sure that wasn't like a trick?
While this is happening, is everybody just staying around Nock, or are people starting to like spread out a little bit?
Oh, we're spreading out a little bit, but we're keeping our eyes out through the passageways.
I wanna hold the action to cast protection from evil and good. But I'm also gonna activate the light of my sword.
So I'm gonna send a picture to the group chat right now. For those of you who saw this map before when it was in person, you'll notice I have completely digitally remade the battle map from Sartali's Promise. So everybody look in the group chat real quick. That is what the map looks like. Tell me roughly where you're going while Nock is making that message, or if you're staying close to Nock. And Nock, where are you standing?
Take a look.
Is that big crack in the ground? Is that the statue?
The crack in the ground, that is a tree that has been caught on fire and is slightly charred and burned. And the little thing to the left of like that gray square is another tree that has fallen down and was burned from your escapades 2 nights ago. The giant like rock square in the center or rectangle, that is where the promise is. And you can see there's like pillars set up in several locations.
Is there any like platform on the promise, or is it just statue?
About 20 feet up is when the like square rectangular block that was been made becomes the platform that her statue is standing on top of. So if you were able to get 20 feet up on there, you can be on that around her legs.
I think I can jump that high with my boots.
Which boots do you have again? It was the springing and striding,
I have the boots
right?
of striding and springing, yeah. I can jump 3 times the normal distance.
Cool. What is your normal distance if you do a running high jump? I believe it's like your strength modifier on there. So what is your strength modifier?
My strength mod is 2.
Okay, no, the actual, not the mod. Sorry, the strength score. So the whole
my
number
score is 14.
14. So doubling that to 28.
If I double that, that's 20. Yeah, 28.
So I'd say if you took a running jump, you can clear that.
Yeah, I'd love to get a high vantage point.
Awesome. And what side of the statue are you staying on? Facing the back, facing the front, left or right?
I think I think I would face the back towards that tree. And then I think I would have Vane flying overhead on the opposite side, keeping an eye out the other way.
Gotcha. Okay. I
Yeah.
forgot to make an owl size thing, but I will get that afterwards from there. Okay, so
Yeah,
Vane's
she's
over there.
size large.
So Bracket, where would you run off to? Or are you staying close to Nock, or are you setting up a perimeter somewhere?
I would stand close to the entrance, but not in the entrance, so like a couple of feet back. I'd say 20 feet back from the entrance. I can't actually see the grid square, so I don't know exactly where that is.
Cool. I got you in a space. I got it counted for you.
Okay. I will.
Jin,
this is a conversation
where
I
will
have
you
to now
tell
have.
Jinrash to go?
Jinrash should probably stand next to me.
Cool.
Marshall Boy be Marshall Boy. We might stand lightly separated, so that way they wouldn't just gang up on both of us. We could each fight separately,
Cool. So
or if there's an area attack, we wouldn't instantly be both obliterated.
So 10 feet apart? 10 feet
I'd
apart?
say 10 feet apart.
Cool. Okay. Eileen and
this
Oliver.
This is gonna sound kind of rogue of me, but could I
Yeah.
hide?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a stealth check. Oliver and
Cool.
Eileen. This is a lot for both of you, especially you, Oliver. Eileen, you're taking this more in stride, but nothing seems to be going on. But this area, these new acquaintances of yours, they seem to be setting up to defend if need be. Based on the map I sent in there, where would your characters go?
So the stone square in the center is the statue, correct?
Yes, that is the big statue.
Okay.
I'm sorry, seeing Conlon walk in the background on the map looks hilarious.
So good. I only rolled a 12 for stealth. It's ass.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna stand right in front of. Like, which way is the statue facing?
The statue is facing the entrance. Like that opening at the bottom is where the statue's facing, and the jar is pointing out towards.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hide behind the statue, so that way I can peek my head out and look towards the entrance.
Gotcha. So the backside of the statue
like
where Nock is actually standing on over
Nock,
there,
kind of.
Yeah,
there's
I'll be right near. Yeah.
20 feet.
Do you want to be directly below Nock, or those on either side of the statue? Those are two pillars. You can be like hiding and peeking around those corners there. So do you want to be directly below Nock or around one of the pillars?
I'll be around one of the pillars, like the pillar on the right. I'll be right behind that one.
Cool. All right, I'll put you there. And Eileen, what about you?
I'm gonna stand kind of like triangular from Bracket and Jinrash, in between them and Nock.
Gotcha.
No, I won't.
All right.
I'm gonna go and stand on the other corner from Oliver so that he doesn't get sneak attacked.
Gotcha.
Very good. Very good.
That's good thinking. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because like they got two marshals, but if you get fucking rushed, like
yeah, no one.
Yeah, I am right above him if need be, but.
And Muri responds to you while you're up there is saying that it's like, sorry, I'm still in my sanctuary for now, but I can go to where was Tio going?
He was heading to the barracks. One of the guards came into the tavern and told everybody that General wanted them all there. Jeremiah.
Okay.
So the promise is unguarded except for us, which I mean we've already done it once. So
thank you. I will head to the barracks.
Whoa! Promise unguarded bad.
Seems I might have missed a lot, but as soon as I stop by the barracks, if it's I'll head over your way. We'll try to send more people. If there is any sort of vampire attack, hold them off. Just let me know if they do cut. And as Mari's saying that, Nock, you see in the distance beyond the wall, you start hearing some rustling, and in the trees, it is the morning. Sun's out. The sky is partly cloudy, but everything seems for the most part clear. And you just see coming out of the trees a globe of black darkness just seems to be moving in a mass towards Italia's promise.
Good.
Well, that would be what he saw.
I now know that is what I say into the bag. That doesn't seem good.
And even though it's a little bit short on what we would normally play, we are missing 2 characters. I think that is a good narrative point to end this first
By the
session
way,
right
Brian,
here.
2 mentions I want to do while I was doing my setup is I would have this morning in my fumblings, I would have done my whole like pray to the sword thing.
Ritual to allow it to light up and get your spells prepared.
I had
yes, so
reread
if
that.
you didn't prepare, if you didn't prepare your spells yet, you can prepare your spells before next session.
Oh,
Same
those spells
thing
are good.
with-
I just need to say that I turn the light on my sword. I had to say that before
So you get that
combat, or else I
extra
waste
possible
time.
damage. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm just saying I did that because it doesn't hurt me negatively in any way. I just wanted to make
Do
sure
you
I
light
said
up
that.
the sword, or you don't need it to light up to have the radiant damage? It's sunny outside, but do you light up the sword?
I light up the sword because that gives me my extra special rolls.
Yes.
Mm.
Eileen,
So-
you don't see this yet, but you can see Nock above from where you and Oliver are positioned. And Oliver, you hear Nock too. She says that doesn't look good, and you can turn in the direction. You still don't see anything yet, but you can see her staring off in the distance. Any last things that you do as in preparation before we end?
How
and then
far away
next
does this
section we'll pick
orb
up?
look?
It's approaching the back of the promise as of right now. It's still about, like, I'd say 30 to 40 feet from getting to that back wall. And
I'll
it's
go see how
moving
much of the
toward
back
it.
walls. I can't see it. Not
I
can. I got it.
mean,
Yes. No, so right now, Nock can see it. Eileen and Oliver heard Nock mention, oh, that can't be good. Bracket and Jinrash, you guys are still facing the entrance. You didn't hear that yet, but you're standing at the ready.
I am wondering. We've battled in Ladris quite a few times. Have I battled enough here to get advantage on initiatives?
Absolutely.
Love
This
it.
is an area you are familiar with at this point, especially
That's
Zytalia's
like,
promise.
okay,
Yeah.
everyone, you're all
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some
This is the third
vampires.
time you guys have fought in the proximity of the promise
Yeah.
in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. I know this place inside and out.
Yeah.
I have
All right, guys.
Cool.
a
Would I
question.
be
Oliver, yes?
would I be correct in assuming that my mage armor is still up because it's from the last encounter and last session? Because
Yes.
I don't think it's been 8 hours yet.
Not at all. So yes, you still have mage armor up.
Cool. Okay.
What does
That's
your
great.
mage armor look up? Do you see it at all, or is it translucent, or is
It's
there a
just really
visual
you don't
effect?
really see there's really no visual effect until I get hit. It's kind of just
Mhm.
translucent.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So like if something deflects off of it, you almost see like a ding on there for a
That's
second, but
sick.
otherwise there's nothing. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Eileen, anything last for you?
Yeah, I have just a question. So my sword throws light. If they're using the darkness spell, does my sword cancel it?
I guess you'll have to figure that out next session.
I fucking hope
Is
it
it-
does.
Yeah.
Is it?
I
is it
am
normal
kind of
darkness,
thinking
or is
about
it
just
magical
shooting
darkness?
the circle. I am kind of just thinking, what if I shoot it?
Well, magical
With
darkness.
an arrow.
Magical darkness
I
gets
know,
dispelled by
I know.
anything of second level or higher, like the same way that dispel magic would work.
If there was a spell to dispel whatever it was, if it's just that magical darkness spell, absolutely. You guys have no idea what this is. It's just
Yeah,
a
we don't know.
moving orb of
Moving
darkness.
ball of darkness.
That's fair.
It could
Cool.
just be there just
Not
holding up an orb
spooky
they
at
can
all.
stand under that protects them from the sun. Like, it could be.
I mean, do
Cool.
I have time to get an arrow off?
You had the Aquan
Yeah, I
Arc
had
out.
the Aquan
So
Arc
I would
out,
say
yeah.
if you want to, you have enough
Do it.
time, you could switch to the bow and arrow instead of the Aquan Arc. Just
would
to
stay on the
choose, hey,
Aquan Arc.
next
from
session.
my time fighting Naresh, I keep the Aquan Arc out.
Because then you can
Cool.
just
You
kind
have
of
it
go,
aimed at the ready, waiting
Yeah.
to see anything that may be undead. And that is where
Yeah,
we
I
end
wait till
tonight's
it's a
session. When we plan next, hopefully Brian will be able to stick around for a combat session. I'd love to see him rage out again as a barbaric. And hopefully we can get Aaron's work schedule be a little bit more lenient on him and not work him like a dog so he can play. But we'll pick up from this in session 29 of the Misfit Warrior campaigns, episode 2 in season 3. Guys, the Misfit Warriors are back. we may have lost a few members earlier in this session, but version 2, we're coming back with a vengeance. And what better way to restart this party and campaign than a fight at Zytalia's Promise? But cool. Yeah, we're ending a little bit early for normal on here, but we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we're pausing out of combat. Like this. What else can we do? If we can start combat now, we're not sleeping till like 1 a.m. and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, next session is probably going to be half our combat, and then everything after effect to lead into where you guys are going next. Unless you guys draw it out again for 2 sessions.
It's a combat. It might take a while.
Wow, these 30 seconds took forever.
It took 4 days. What a wild experience.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for anybody who came out and watched us today, coming back and joining us for this adventure. And yeah, we'll catch you all for the next disaster. Good night.
Good night.